last night. I'm just wearing my pajamas, staying up too late, 'cause I'm watching Futurama, thinking where's my drama. My life's no melodrama, leave it off the screen, 'cause it's got no genre. Sometimes I call my mama, rain, yeah, she's always my armor. I want to fly away, far from my mistakes. My baggage has too much weight, hey, hey. So my bed is where I stay. Tell the clouds that I say hey. I know it's a phase, but it's harder to realize that I'll never be a quarter of the man I could have been when I got older, and all the things I could have done if I was smarter. Think of my departure, look at the hour, I have work in an hour. It's been 2 days since I've showered. I want to fly away, far from my mistakes. My baggage has too much weight, hey, hey. So my bed is where I stay. I want to fly away, far from my mistakes. My baggage has too much weight, hey, hey. So my bed is where I stay. Tell the clouds that I say hey. Tell the clouds that I say hey.
You just heard World's remix of our song Buzz Lightyear. The next track is actually this week's throwback, but the vibes fit so perfectly with Buzz Lightyear that we decided to throw it in early. Here's one of our personal favorites, With You, featuring Albie Hobbs by Draper.
Can't try to forget that you were here. Some part of me wants to disappear with you. My soul and all that I could afford. So only gonna fall into what you've explored.
I looked over my shoulder, saw you walking through the door. But you're not the same baby that I once knew. It's like I don't know you anymore. I feel the haze washing over you and me. I look for light inside the clouds. Sometimes the rain leaves as quickly as it stormed in. Looks like the worst is over now. Something strange hit me. Something strange hit me. Something strange hit me. I don't know you anymore. Something strange hit me. Something strange hit me. Something strange hit me. I don't know you Something strange hit me. I don't know you I don't know you anymore. It's always hard to say goodbye to the one person that's on your mind. But I can't waste my time trying to make you see you can't take back another lie. You broke your promise to me long ago. Though I tried my best to believe, you said your sorry ways would disappear. But now it's time for me to leave. Something strange hit me. Something strange hit me. Something strange hit me. I don't know you anymore. Something strange hit me. Something strange hit me. Something strange hit me. I don't know you anymore. I don't know you anymore. Something strange hit me. I don't know you anymore. Something strange hit me. I don't know you anymore. I don't know you anymore.
Next up, coming from the brilliant minds of Nonsense and Sweater Beats, we have a little sneak preview of their brand new track, Trouble. So get hyped, get in a little trouble, because we think you guys are gonna dig it.
Called you back. I miss the way you say my name. Yeah, I need that back. I hate to say it's over.
Everyone, hello and welcome back. We've made it week number 5, baby. Collegiate Star League. How you doing, Carlo?
Ricky, I am doing fantastic. Once again, it's a pleasure to be here with you. I'm happy we're doing live games this year, and we have 2 fantastic teams tonight. Who do we got playing?
We got the one and only University of Maryland College Park playing up against Purdue University, so it should be a lot of fun. I know Maryland's been in the scene for a while.
Yeah, and interesting fact.
I like facts.
So I think it was the only game last year that you weren't at. I casted Maryland by myself. And as a Canadian, I learned that it's pronounced Maryland, not Maryland.
It is
as I
definitely
called them
Maryland.
the entire series.
Yep. You do not say the Y in Maryland. It's Maryland.
I don't get you Americans, but I love you all the same.
Yep.
Well, I got some stats for you if you're ready for them, Ricky.
Hit us with the stats.
Let me hit you with the stats. So both the teams tonight are coming from none other than the group of death. That is the Northeast group. Do you know why it's called the group of death, Ricky?
I have some ideas, but I would love a good description.
Okay, it's called the group of death because you're facing off against the Rochester Institute of Technology, the two-time grand champions. It's called the group of death because currently the team leading this group is the State University of New York, Stony Brook, undefeated so far this year and the third place team from last year. And Ricky, let me tell you why it's called the group of death.
Oh,
because
there's more?
the new and improved New York University Tadpoles, a team that did well last year and is dominating this year, is a part of it.
These all sound like some pretty solid teams. I think that's what you're getting at, right?
This is arguably the most competitive group in the entire Collegiate Star League. So if I wanted, let's narrow it down to these teams we got going on here.
Okay.
Currently, so Maryland.
Watch yourself, buddy.
Sorry. Maryland is currently 3-1 in this in here. Their loss was to Rutgers University, Diego's finest, aka. And on the flip side, we have Purdue University. Now they're 1-3, so they have the worst score going in. But hear me out here. Purdue is 1-3. They lost to New York. Purdue is 1-3. They lost to SBU. So they played against two of the three best teams in the entire group so far. Again, if you're going to lose to a team, these are the teams to lose to, Rick.
I think that's fair, right? These teams are, like you've pointed out like multiple times already, this group is stacked, and there are really good teams across a lot of divisions, but it does seem that for some reason this Northeast division is it's hard to deal with.
And if you're not doing well, first of all, it's early on into not only into the semester, but also into the year. If you're not doing well in this group, you're not doing well against the best. So a score like, for example, Purdue's 1-3, like it doesn't mean anything. Two of those losses, like they might as well be 1-1. Like if you want to count Stony Brook and you want to count New York, like those are the teams that are expected to win pretty much every single match right now. I'm trying to say that don't judge this book by the cover. These guys are ready to own. They've already got into the game, but 3-1 versus 1-3. It's not going to be as simple as that tonight, boys. There's going to be some real Dota being played.
Yeah, so instead of don't judge the book by its cover, don't judge the team by their score, I guess is where we're getting at.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Ricky.
All right.
Thank you.
Well, without further ado, we have game number 1 between University of Maryland and Purdue. So let's just, let's go. Let's go watch.
Get in? Let's get right on in.
All righty. We have made it.
We're in.
First pick, Rubik. I like it.
Hold on, back up. You're getting ahead of yourself, Ricky. Talk to me. I'm
sorry. I can't believe we got to the heroes.
Yeah. How? It's okay. Game 1. We're warming up here.
I'm sorry. I'm such an amateur.
You don't need to apologize. You're doing fantastic. Talk to me about the banners, though. These are like, look at these.
There's 2 banners.
Borders.
2 actual banners.
These are real banners we got.
I think that's the first. Is this a CSL first?
So far, I think.
At least for this year.
Check out the shadow. Oh, hold on. Is it pronounced Purdue? I've already got insulted for. Okay, good. Check out the shadow on it. That's 3 dimensions right there, man.
Dude, it is. They've got it down.
Fantastic. And a little bit of flair coming from Maryland. Also a little bit of flair coming out from the first picks.
Grimstroke Lich. Yep. Oh,
yeah.
Called it.
How did you do it, Ricky?
I mean, as soon as they picked Grimstroke, I knew they're going Lich. I know Maryland pretty well, and they love this combo. So I'm not that surprised. But Purdue...
You have experience playing with them or casting with Maryland?
I've covered Maryland a pretty decent amount on my own time as well. So they were a team we've casted from last year. They have a lot of their returning roster.
Yep.
And then I have cast a few of their games already this year, so they're no strangers to me. But I know they are a big fan of this Grimstroke Lich lineup.
Ooh, well, I am a big fan of both the heroes on Dire. 2 of my favorite heroes in the entire game.
Yep.
Now, not the synergy we see from Grimstroke Lich. Obviously, combining Soulbind with Chain Frost is one of the most devastating combos in the game. We saw it last week, and Lich had I mean, there was a Zeus in the game, so he took first place, but Lich had one of the highest damage output of any hero because of the Grimstoke Lich combo.
Yep.
It is still, it's not as brainless as it sounds though,
10
right? Like it
seconds
is
remaining.
kind of a simple, straightforward, devastating strategy, but there's room for error with
5
it, and that's kind of
seconds
why I like
remaining.
it. It's not just as simple as hit R and then go AFK, right? You have to be in
Exactly.
range. It
You have
requires
to
the
you have to time
Grimstroke.
it correctly. You do need to be
Mhm.
playing like on the map at the right times, because like you said, it isn't entirely brainless. You can't just like walk up and press R, at the same
Mhm.
time. You do want to make sure your soulbind is on correct targets. You want to make sure they are relatively alone, because Chain Frost, even if you get 2 off, they can both be duds and just like bounce to a random creep wave or bounce to a
Yep.
jungle creep, and then suddenly you don't get any damage out of it. So
10
not completely
seconds
brainless,
remaining.
but
Very powerful.
it's such a great combo.
5
No,
seconds
like
remaining.
you can't underestimate it at all.
Is there any synergy like that between Rubik and Sand King, or are these just 2 strong picks, a double stun opener?
The Rubik is a solid pick in general, just because he has fantastic spells already to steal this game from Grimstroke alone.
Radiant team
His whole
back.
kit is so good with Rubik because
Does he have a favorite spell, or does he just take whatever he can get? Does Rubik?
for farming, Stroke of Fate is definitely the way to go,
Yep,
because
and
it
it
does
gets the
way more
amp.
damage from Arcane Supremacy. But if he gets Inkswell as well, that increased stun duration can be pretty substantial with his kit. Like you lift
Oh,
into
yeah.
the Inkswell, and they actually pop at almost identical
10
times.
seconds
You can
How
chain CC
convenient.
someone for about almost 5 seconds,
Let me
maybe
pull it
longer.
up
5
here.
seconds remaining.
So it's 3.7 is the max stun duration for Inkswell. That's
Radiant
for
team
Grimstroke
pick.
at level 4 with level 4
Dire team
Inkswell.
pick.
So that's quite a long duration. Hey, speaking of control and speaking of fun heroes, Ricky, we're halfway through the draft and I love all 5 heroes picked.
Okay, we haven't even talked about the bans. So if I'm Maryland, I'm 100% picking Phantom Assassin as my next hero.
Okay, is that because of the Morana and the Drow ban?
Because
And obviously the Faceless?
you need some sort of hero that
10
Magnus can
seconds
enable.
remaining.
Yeah.
And your 2 big ones are Juggernaut and Faceless
5
Void, and they've both been
seconds remaining.
removed. Phantom Assassin's probably the next best hero, but Purdue, they have to expect that, right? At this point, they're like, okay, they probably are going to go for a PA in the next pick, which would mean,
Radiant
or
team
Kunkka.
pick.
Kunkka still, okay, so
Hey,
they steal a PA.
Ricky!
So there you go. I was like, they either deny the pick or they pick something that counters it. And
Yeah.
so
So
there you
that's a
go.
Life Stealer. So Life Stealer's not bad though.
No, not at all.
Because now you said Magnus wants to empower a hero, which is actually a pun, I guess.
Yeah.
This situation. But Magnus also acts as a taxi for Lifestealer if he goes the Blink build.
Yeah, Blink, or even just Skewer. Like, I think Magnus,
Yeah,
since
even
he's
just
3
Skewer.
this game, he will probably be building, just based on the heroes I see, he's
10
probably going to be
seconds
forced to go for a
remaining.
pipe. So I would like him to just get a pipe
5
and
seconds remaining.
mana boots it up and try and keep his team alive.
Mhm.
Purdue here, trying to think, like, you need something that can make space for PA, because she doesn't
Yeah.
have this hero that can like really carry her. So I think you go Ogre Magi in the 5 right now, because I think it's a decent hero against the Magnuson lane, and the Bloodlust is pretty solid.
Radiant
My
team
concern is
back.
against the Lifestealer. I feel like Ogre's pretty juicy for Lifestealer to hit. That's a lot
Yeah.
of life he can steal.
Yeah, they go Wyvern
Winter
instead.
Wyvern.
I like this. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So they have both teams have quite a bit of control. Wyvern does great against Lifestealer, as Lifestealer is putting out exclusively physical damage. Apart from the
Dire
Radiance,
team
he's likely
back.
going to build. I agree with you though. I think that Purdue needs another physical hero, because right now if Phantom Assassin dies, all of their damage output is magical, and that could be an issue. Regardless of what heroes geez, now I'm just psyching myself out because I don't want to say it wrong.
You don't want to say
Maryland.
Maryland.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, what's the one I don't say? What's the one I do say? Maryland. Regardless of what heroes Maryland
5
picks,
seconds
BKBs will
remaining.
beat a team that only puts out magic damage. So
Yeah.
I'm feeling I need some physical or some physical magical hybrid from Purdue. What would you think? I may just be grasping at straws here, but what would you think of a Lena pickup?
Lena would be good for sure. She's a natural ag. She like will build ags as well, which owns Lifestealer. My thought process was going Ogre OD, and I think they're going to go OD here with the Pugna ban. Either OD or maybe Invoker.
Could Maryland steal either of those heroes? I think they could take both. I think they would prefer Invoker though.
Well, I mean, Purdue gets first pick, right? So Purdue right here.
Oh yeah.
Purdue, they get
Spoke.
that's why I kind of wanted the OD in the
Ten
the fourth pick
seconds
there is
remaining.
because I'm sorry, I wanted the OD, the ogre. Gosh, they start with the same
Maryland,
letter,
Maryland.
and you know it's what
I know. It's like,
I
All
wanted
right,
the
so
ogre in the
you
fourth
want
pick because
OD.
I thought they could get away with an OD pick here and at the fifth slot, and they might be leaning that way anyway, but. It's the same scenario where Phantom Assassin and OD, they're good heroes, but I don't think they're that good unless you have someone behind them to make them stronger. Heroes like Magnus or Omni Knight or Abaddon or Ogre. These heroes that give them the space and make them stronger in fights.
Yeah, I would like to see something from Purdue that maybe excels in the mid game, and that way, like Purdue has 4 heroes that are going to be strong in the early mid game, and that's going to buy space for PA, but that is also going to allow PA to fight with Purdue if she does well early on. If PA is struggling, if Purdue picks up another mid game hero, then I think Purdue will be able to buy him space. Am I wild, or do you think like when I think mid game, I think Timbersaw? Is that just too crazy
No,
against
Timbersaw would
UMD?
be solid. I actually really like that when you point out, because I was going to say Kunkka is still in the game. So a Timber mid would deny the ability for UMD to pick up Kunkka.
Ah,
So that's
yeah.
actually 200 IQ thinking here from you.
Thank you.
They're
I'm
going
at my
all
best
the way
when
to
I'm
the
with you.
timer.
Ooh,
okay.
Speaking of last pick mid heroes, there are few I like more than the little keen sniper himself. Regardless of draft, regardless of the 9 other heroes in the game, I'm always happy when I see a sniper.
I mean, do they not just pick Storm Spirit? Like, that's the best possible taxi for a lifestealer. And
Yeah,
there's
that's
no way
actually
you shut him down.
really good synergy
10
for
seconds remaining.
UMD.
Maryland's
What else
just
could
considering, like, do we go Storm Spirit or do we
5
just pick
seconds remaining.
something reliable like Kunkka? I think Kunkka would be fine. I think it is a good pick.
I like Kunkka more. Obviously, Kunkka can deal with sniper. He's not the sniper exterminator, but Kunkka's also not as afraid of cold embrace. As you know, Storm Spirit doesn't want to go in and have his target get cold embrace. He also doesn't want to go in and, well, I guess Wyvern probably won't ult a Storm Spirit solo potentially. Yeah, I think Storm Spirit's a great pick, but I agree with you. There are other heroes that will still work, and I think Kunkka's one of them. Although that's a triple melee core lineup if they go for Kunkka. Maybe they do want to get some range to deal with sniper, or at least someone mobile.
It's fine if you have the Magnus, I think, because having those 2 heroes that can benefit from that empower, they will be farming pretty quick. And I think Magnus goes for more of the utility items this game as opposed to being this big initiator.
Yeah, there's like if he hits an RP, he doesn't need to do anything else. His team can definitely follow that up already. They don't even have their last hero picked, so Magnus can definitely play the utility role. But that does put pressure on the last core to be a bit more aggressive.
And I mean, both teams spending a lot of time on this very last pick. I don't blame them. First game of the night, you want to make sure you give yourself the best possible advantage. I think currently, without even seeing this last pick, I'm going to give Maryland a little bit of an advantage here just because I worry that Phantom Assassin is not going to have a good game. And she is one of those heroes who has to have a pretty decent start.
Kunkka, there we go.
It's just Kunkka.
Your hero.
It's true, though.
I think that's it's super safe. It's a good pick. It counters PA because she typically is elusive with obviously that blink strike, but you can't run away from X marks the spot.
Exactly. And Sniper and PA are heroes that can do well, but they're both heroes we've seen 100 times get completely shut down. UMD, their draft, this is something we talk about a lot, almost every week. It's the ease of draft is very important in CSL because you're bringing 5 players together who often, for many schools, don't play with each other regularly. So you want to be executing strategies that you could execute with pretty much anyone. And Magnus Strat is one of those strategies. A Grimstroke Lich is one of those strategies. Having Lifestealer go Midas Radiance and get ignored after winning his lane, that's one of those strategies. And that's what I see from Maryland. Now, that being said, Purdue has a lot of potential. Wyvern, Sand King, and Rubik, insane control, great team fight, great early game, great mid game. They are scared of BKB, but they have a lot of physical damage with the sniper and the PA.
I will say their saving grace this game will be how well this sniper does in the mid lane, because if he's able to avoid getting rotated on or ganked, and he can beat Kunkka to level 6, then he might be. I mean, he won't push Kunkka out of the lane, but he might be able to get himself some early items to accelerate his farm. But I feel what worries me is that both PA and Sniper are going to want to be farming the jungle at the same time. And I don't think the rest of Purdue's lineup will allow that to happen.
Yeah, they both kind of want to retire as the mid game starts because they're item dependent heroes, and as all the spell dependent heroes are getting their big buttons to press, PA and Sniper are pretty weak at that stage. Now is Sniper going to get ganked? Do you think? Like Lich Grimstroke, they're probably going to be pretty stationary, hey?
Yeah, Lich Grimstroke is a pretty stationary lane. The thing is, they might be able to just leave Magnus solo in the top lane, depending on how this lane goes to start out. But if he stays solo in the top lane, the Grimstroke can rotate around, and that will give Maryland a pretty solid advantage.
Little smoke play coming up from Maryland. Should we do some introductions quickly before we get to the action?
Oh, yeah, why not? That always sounds pretty good.
You take Maryland.
Maryland? All right, I've heard they're pretty good. We'll start with Magnus being played by Signy in the top lane. He's going to be joined by Grimstroke playing by MS. Mid lane Kunkka on the one and only Magician X. We have Lich played by Focus. Last but not least, the Worm Man Slurm going to be on Lifestealer.
All right, now let me tell you about Purdue. I'm at a loss tonight, Ricky. I'm tongue-tied when I'm with you.
Oh.
Oscillation will be living it up on the Winter Wyvern. PA is being played by Miharu, Anime Face. Rubik is being played by Jealousy. Treehard, not Tryhard, will be playing a gorgeous cosmetic adorned Sand King. And one of my favorite heroes, and my favorite hero in this specific game, Sniper, will be played by Sinister.
Yeah.
Going for the runes, it looks like we're going to have action on both ends of the map.
I think Rubik is Vix, by the way. I think Jealousy is like his post tag.
Going in topside, and Inkswell might hit on 2, actually. No, it's going to hit on none, but Magnus will grab the rune. Bottom side, there's a bit of action. Ice Armor comes out. Double Burrow Strike. Looks really good. Did it accomplish much?
Not really.
Hey, look at that. Was that 3 bounty runes? 3 to 1?
Yeah, it did not manage to get the second one bottom, so.
Hey, I mean, that's an advantage.
I will say Miharu's set for this Phantom Assassin is so cool.
Let's get it.
That's the immortal headpiece that you had to like get. It was like the ultra rare or whatever.
Oh yeah.
This guy has 2.1 million coup de grace crit damage, so he plays this hero quite a bit.
That sounds like, in my experience, that sounds like 1 hit against me.
Yeah. That's 1 game's worth of damage when I'm playing against a PA.
Exactly. So Sniper versus Kunkka, you believe both of these guys are going to farm?
It really comes down to how well Magician X can push or can like harass the Sniper. Sniper, once he has like several points in take aim, I think is fine because he can stay outside, hopefully, if he plays the laning positioning correctly, outside of that the Tidebringer damage. But Sniper's attack animation is so quick, he might be able to just ruin the Kunkka's last hitting.
Yeah, just kill-wise though, it seems like Kunkka's the one with the kill potential here.
Oh yeah, as soon as they hit 6, Kunkka, if Kunkka hits 6 before Sniper, he just kills Sniper.
I like it. Well, Sand King Rubik, this is a very aggressive lane bottom. I like that. It's likely we will be seeing a kills bottom, probably top 2. The side lanes look like they would be pretty deadly for both teams. Likely going to need some levels first, though, especially in the top side.
It's interesting that Signy hasn't picked up Empower on this offlane Magnus. Typically, especially when you're in a farming lane against another melee, having that extra bonus damage is pretty essential.
Oscillation. Yeah, he used his Arctic Burn, but he didn't do anything. He only got 2 auto attacks with it. He pulled the wave. He's getting hit by Grimstroke. He doesn't know where to go. He's flapping around. He's got to eat the tree. Pulling the creeps under tower. This might be an opportunity here for Maryland to go under tower and do some damage.
It's really odd that they've managed to stack up these many creeps.
Yeah, the Arctic Burn just pulled everything out of lane. Once again, a lot of pressure coming out. Winter Wyvern's having he's struggling with positioning. Double damage from bottom, but both of the mid players want to sit here farming back and forth. Sniper and Kunkka are pretty much neck and neck. PA, how's like PA's not really too scared until Grimstroke and Magnus are level 3. Grimstroke's only level 1. Is that accurate?
Well, the Magnus is going for Shockwave, it looks like, instead of going for the Empower, which is a little surprising to me, just because the way I look at this game is once he's like level 5, you would ideally have 3 points in Empower, and then just have your Lifestealer rotate up and sit in this lane with level 3 Empower and jungling.
Yeah, it's often the reason why Magnus is picked is the Empower and Reverse Polarity. He can seriously accelerate your carry's farm and put your team far ahead in net worth. But Magnus is going to go for the kill build, and you got to respect it. But that one's much more difficult to pull off. It's not as simple as pressing a button and having your position 1 hit creeps.
Yeah, it offers a lot of magic damage against the PA, which she does suffer against pretty drastically. But I don't know if they're gonna have like any real kill threat against her, because if you go for an Inkswell play, she can always just blink strike away.
Yeah, easy for her to play around that. So I guess the Shockwave is going to be the pretty much all the harass. Actually, speaking of, PA's taking a lot of damage. There's the Inkswell.
She doesn't
have Phantom Strike. Is this the first Blood Ricky? I think it might be. Someone ate a delicious mango. PA fades, blurs rather into the shower. We're going for it, and Grimstroke connects. Stroke of fate. Blood.
Well, we said the magic damage is how you get the kill, but PA being level 3 without that Phantom Strike.
Exactly.
No way
I
to
think
get out.
PA's build probably makes sense for most games, but again, in this specific lane, Phantom Strike likely should have been picked up for level 2 because that's the counterplay.
Yeah, Inkswell's too good if you let it get a full set of like damage as well as the stun. It's way too much to deal with.
Yeah, it's difficult. We saw PA there got taken out. Well, a counterattack coming out from Purdue top lane, but a double Inkswell might buy Grimstroke the time he needs to escape. Magnus has made an appearance with a skewer. Grouping up with Grimstroke, they turn on Winter Wyvern and take him out. PA wants to fight, but this is not looking too good. Instead, she's going to go and hit some creeps. Purdue struggling in the top lane.
Yeah, this is going very well for Maryland. That's now 2 kills for the top lane, right?
Bounty runes are up. Purdue didn't forget about them bottom lane. Maryland will come up top
Wait,
lane.
Magician X killed Sniper?
For my coffers.
Did I miss something? Yeah.
I think we missed something.
What the heck? Magician X killed Sniper in the mid lane. Okay, so I guess he's level 6 and doesn't have boat. He just killed him with... What? They died at the same time. I don't know... What?
Well,
Alright.
both of us missed it.
I have no idea. I just looked over and I was like, wait, there's 3 kills in this game. What happened?
And now, potentially another one. We have a Lich making an appearance top.
Yes,
Sniper's
both.
been found. Trying to go for the X, go for the Torrent, go for the X. Hits the X with the Ice Armor. Sniper's going nowhere. The boat is being held. Sniper's being cut. Boat to follow it up, and this will be an execution. He even needs the Fairy Fire. Futile Fairy Fire.
Yeah,
Rubik will collect the XP.
This is pretty much exactly what I was worried about, is if he doesn't push the Kunkka out of lane, as soon as Kunkka gets to level 6, you can't lane here. I do like that he made the adjustment to go back for max shrapnel, which is definitely what he needs to be doing. So he just needs to be focused on stacking and trying to have someone else tank the mid lane.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to need some time to farm. Are you concerned at all that with PA... Is PA suffering? Would you say PA is suffering? I mean, she's not doing as well as she could, but she's really not doing that poorly.
Yeah, she's got a decent amount of last hits. Nothing compared to... you know, the Kunkka, but she's not too far behind. Yeah, not too far behind the Lifestealer, at least.
Oh, here we go. Ice Armor coming out top. It's connecting on Rubik and on PA. We have Grimstroke coming in. Phantom's Embrace. PA is in trouble. Lich looks like he's in trouble, but he's going to stay on the aggressive. Now, a Sinister Gaze comes out, trying to parasol his buttons before he dies. Lich will fall. Let's follow that up with a kill on Rubik. PA makes a reappearance, taking out Grimstroke. But now, with Winter Wyvern, she's actually not in trouble.
Oh, really nice play. She was able to get back up to the high ground and
Kunkka's here, Ricky. I think we might see the appearance of a ghost ship. There's the Torrent, there's the X, there's the Tidebringer. They don't even need it. Oh, Cold Embrace. Is this the timing you need to hit Ghost Ship?
Oh,
nope,
well,
just another Tidebringer. Look at this guy. You can tell he's comfortable on the hero.
Yeah.
And that's a dangerous hero to be comfortable on. 6 heroes top, 4 of them on Maryland.
Yeah, it's interesting they're making this much of an aggressive run to the top lane. I mean, you can when the Sniper's resorted to jungling.
Sand King barely makes it out after an Infest Bomb. goes
I saw him
poorly
get
for him.
chased for a little bit. I didn't think he was going to get close to dying, but I guess
I
was
believe
wrong.
Lifestealer played a little trick on him in the creep wave.
Magician
Here we
X
go.
got him
On
down.
top of the shrine, they find the Kunkka. Wyvern rotates in behind. We're going to see a boat hit. He's going to get Coco's run. Oh, but the assassinate back of the head. 4 players rotate, and they get the biggest fish in the sea.
That's a big throw. That's just like a really big throw. He doesn't need to be
Definitely
there at all.
overstayed his welcome.
He could just be mid lane pushing this into the tower and instead beats, 300 gold and a ton of experience over to Purdue.
Well, now, this is kind of a silly question because if one team wins all of the lanes, you kind of expect them to win the game. But right now, my concern with Purdue is that if Sniper and PA fall too far behind, is Sand King going to be able to make this space they need to get back in? It seems like Sand King might even be struggling a bit too, bottom side.
He's DPing top right now, but yeah, he's definitely not having a fantastic game.
He wants to get an epicenter. Level 6 epicenter. How do you Oh, he revealed himself, though.
Fix bottom lane. In trouble. We'll toss back Slurm. Alright, he's just forcing out spells.
Yeah, he's playing very aggressive, like the rest of his team. The engagement top hasn't really gone anywhere. Oh, here we go. We got a skewer Ricky. We got an RP. The damage is coming out. However, Magnus is dropping low. Great Inkswell is going to connect on 2. Purdue's deciding who they want to go to, but in the mix-up, the epicenter comes out. First player to drop will be Magnus in the pursuit. Grimstroke, I think he's going to get taken down. Great turn by Purdue, overextension by Maryland.
They just didn't have the damage between those two heroes, right? Like, Lich is not level 6.
Exactly.
Grimstroke has, like, a decent amount of damage with Stroke of Fate, but they don't have the Kunkka there, which is really their primary source of damage at this point.
Exactly. Every hero did what they needed to do, but all of those heroes are heroes where they're like the alley-oop heroes. They're all like sitting around the net throwing the ball up, waiting for someone to slam dunk, and Kunkka's just hitting creeps mid.
Instead, they threw it over the backboard.
Yeah, it just didn't go well. Purdue's like, all right, I can play this game. You guys hit all your buttons, now we'll hit all our buttons.
Yeah, I mean, that was just really lucky that Sand King came into the top lane. Kind of like I said, an overextension.
4 bounty rune play. 4 bounty rune play. Winter Wyvern's in trouble here, actually. However, Maryland doesn't have as much access to the map as we do, so they didn't know.
Okay, they have Vision of Kunkka.
Is Winter Wyvern in trouble again? Yes, he is. On the shrine. There's the boat. There's the torrent. We have a Lich coming in. He might get level 6 off this. Maybe not. Not quite. Time for a rotation. No, they're going to take him out with the Tidebringer.
You set sail for fail.
Yeah, Radiant doing really well as far as finding farm. The Kunkka obviously top net worth by quite a bit. I worry that he's not applying enough lane pressure. I feel like he could have taken mid tower already.
Yeah, he's spending a lot of time outside of lane for how dominant he is. He's going to ruin Rubik's TP, but it seems a little silly. Anyways, Rubik wanted to go top where we have a Lich dropping very low.
He's dead.
Sniper's made an appearance, assassinate once again, picking up a kill from our man who is struggling mid lane. Oh, under tower? Are we going to see Magnus gone on?
They have a fort to keep
Magnus
this
is very
tower
far
alive.
out of position.
Okay,
Sand King
they're just gonna
doesn't
let
have
it
the Burrow Strike to interrupt his TP, but I'm not sure if Magnus is aware. You're right, the tower goes down. They're hunting the Magnus. They see him. Can they stop him, though? I don't think they can.
So.
Nope. And here
They
you
get
go.
the-
Just what you were saying, Ricky. Kunkka's mid.
Yeah, they get the tier 1 top, Kunkka pushing in mid. I mean, this is a lot of damage to these towers, especially since Slurm has been putting a lot of pressure bottom as well, and
Yeah, he's just hitting
having
PA.
basically uncontested farm at this point.
And that's what Lifestealer is. This is exactly what we see Lifestealer do almost every game. Uncontested in lane, builds a Midas, builds a Radiance, takes the game over. And it's going to happen again. Okay, look at this convergence from Purdue. They find Kunkka once again farming their jungle. They brought 4 heroes for it. He has Coco's run up. Assassinate, Fade Bolt. He's dropping low. The Ice Armor, I think he might make it away, Ricky.
Surviving there is pretty huge. They had Winter's
Coco's
Curse and
up.
didn't use it.
Oh no! Here
That's
it
a big
is,
RP.
Ricky. The combo. The Phantom's Embrace. The RP. The Skewer back on 3. You didn't kill Kunkka, and it's going to hurt you now. Turns around with
Here's
the
an
boat.
Epi.
No damage comes out. The Epicenter, though. This is the ult that's going to do some damage. First, we're going to see Grimstroke fall.
No one died. Did you notice that?
Just-
Purdue gets away on all 3 of those RP heroes. With
They
like
were just
100
testing
health.
their spells out. Okay, well, now we know what everything does. Let's see where we go. Look at this bottom lane. Are we going to see Phantom
Yes.
Assassin? No,
Yes.
we're not going to see him.
He was manning up on Slurm for a while, and I was curious if he was going to, get a kill, but kind of odd because
think-
you are several levels behind this Lifestealer.
I think Slurms has just been hitting PA for like the last minute and a half leading up to that. Just dealing with Blur, smacking him. How do you feel about Sniper going Dragonlance first? It's not like a hard farming item. It's not a hard fighting item. It's a little bit of a hybrid.
Yeah, I think it's fine. He's got double Wraith Band, and he does need something that gives him a little bit of stats. Otherwise, Kunkka can just, if he finds him, he combos you and you die.
Yeah. Get
so
hit
this
by
will
the
give him a
X
little
mark
bit of
and die.
space, maybe to just drop a shrapnel and run. I don't think he wants to rush the Hurricane Pike by any means, but it's a good pickup.
Do you think he'll go like Maelstrom after? Or do you
I'd
think
expect Maelstrom.
or at least like maybe some damage.
Yeah.
Okay, a push here. We might see the second tower fall in the mid lane. Bottom lane, we have a boat coming out on Lifestealer. Rage is available. TP is too. No, Lifestealer's not
That's
scared. He's
stolen
back
boat? Wow,
right
that's
on
stolen
up.
boat.
Things are coming out. Well, Purdue has 2 heroes in the jungle. Ricky, you called this 13 minutes ago. PA and Sniper are both going to be in the jungle, and Purdue doesn't have the ability to fight and defend their towers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not like they both lost their lane or anything. Like, I mean, they kind of did. But this is how these heroes play Dota, right? PA does not fight until she has like a Desolator +1 item usually. And it's going to take her to about the 20-minute mark to get there. And the Sniper is not by any means a space-making hero.
Exactly.
So
We just talked about how... Keep
No,
going,
go ahead.
sorry. I was going to say, well, we just talked about how if he gets hit by X Mark, he's dead. Like it,
Yeah.
Not because X Mark does damage, but because if Sniper gets controlled, there's no way he goes anywhere. And speaking of items, there is a... Oh, that was an Invis-Rune. I thought that was a Shadowblade on
It
Magnus.
is Shadowblade Kunkka.
Dire are scanning.
You did hear it correctly.
Oh,
Shadowblade Kunkka.
I heard the double Invis.
Yeah.
Oh my god. There's
So-
some items coming out.
They do have a... Oh, Mag has Blink now.
Wyvern's in trouble. Wyvern's going to drop bottom lane, I believe. Also, Sand King has been found. Wyvern buys some time. Sand King buys some time. A rotation from Grimstroke, and we're going to see Lich falls. He's abandoned by his teammates. On the flip side, Cold Embrace comes out. Is Purdue in a position to fight here? I don't know. These
It
are
looks
very
like they
dangerous
want
heroes
to. They're
dealing
having
with.
Sniper rotate over. They need to find something.
Stolen boat. I don't think it's going to work.
I mean, you
Nope,
gotta
they got
lift
the
into the
Coco's run.
boat.
Yeah. Bounty runes, though. That might be what they wanted the whole time.
Magnus
Even
gets
though,
him
oh
anyway.
my gosh.
There's gonna be 4 again for Maryland.
Yeah. Assassinate on Magnus. Teleport. Probably just CPs after that, hey?
That was a salve up. I don't think he's... I don't know why he popped the salve.
Yeah. Not really in trouble, though. And he's just
he's
going to
fine.
rotate into a mid lane push.
Yeah, he's just gonna...
All right.
farm.
Lifestealer's surrounded, but I don't think he's scared. In fact, he's the one being the aggressor. Rubik stole open wounds. That's not a bad spell to take. Great rotation from Winter Wyvern. Is
There's
gonna
no
be what
infest
Rubik
options
needs to
here.
stay alive. Here comes a double Phantom's Embrace, but Lifestealer's going to fall, and I think Grimstroke might fall too. Pause comes out.
Sand King DC'd.
Sand King DC'd.
So Grimstroke should die here.
Mhm.
There is a Fade Bolt. Yeah, so Fade Bolt and Assassinate should be more than enough damage to take him down.
Ricky, I admire the strategy of Maryland, but currently, like I think that they were winning the lanes, and I think they should have won the lanes harder. But we watched Magnus overextend top before Lich got his ult. We watched Kunkka overextend in the jungle and die and fall behind. And now we just watched Lifestealer start a fight against 4 people on Purdue by himself bottom lane. All 3 cores have overextended, and this game is much more even than I think it needs to be.
Ooh, he has a wand. He's gonna be fine.
And there's teleports
There's
coming in. Here we go. Lich shows up, hits the Chain Frost. Kunkka's here too. The combos are coming out,
my
and
God.
Purdue has been deleted.
They got the
Sniper immediate
Grimstroke?
TP. Yep.
You got the Grimstroke. You do lose both. It was basically a 2 for 2 if you think about it. But
Lifestealer's a huge kill.
yeah, Sand King gets out. Not the end of the world for him. Getting very close to his Blink Dagger. So him securing the kill on the Grimstroke gets him that much closer to that Blink. Sniper gonna go for that Maelstrom as we thought. The thing is you did point out, you know, they did have overextended. They have lost these, you know, a couple big deaths here on these cores, but they've had such a good start. It's hard.
Yeah.
To me, it doesn't feel like it matters too much. Like Kunkka is approaching BKB, Lifestealer about to have his relic towards his Radiance. And
Yeah.
I think about Purdue's ability to farm, and I keep going back to, you know, who is helping PA farm, and the answer is really nobody.
Exactly. Well, and yeah, that's what I mean is I just think that Maryland could be farther ahead than they are. When they're losing ground, it's ground that they took from Purdue.
Yeah.
If they weren't making those losses, I think they'd be very far ahead. Well, Kunkka's going to make a play here. Actually, he gets veiled by Sand King, but gets away before any stun comes out.
Yeah.
Playing extremely aggressive. However, with Arcane Rune bottled, I think he's going to see some action here, and we're going to see a push for the low health bottom tower.
So Vix definitely dropped an Observer Ward, but that was 100% intended to be a Sentry.
Oh,
next to
yeah,
the tower
I was
there.
wondering. I was like,
because they saw him with
could've
the
got
ward
this done.
Sentry combo on the left side there, and they pinged him, and he immediately drops a ward, and I was like, that's an Observer Ward, and that's the only reason Kunkka lived there.
It is. Okay, well, Kunkka, he has everything he needs. However, all ults are up for Purdue. Kunkka, no, this is not what you need, though. Getting caught out by yourself, Epicenter double stun. He gets eliminated, and his tower may follow suit.
Vix stole a level 3 Torrent as well. So between Lift and Torrent, he has about 5.5 seconds of control.
And without Kunkka, Maryland is forced into the jungle. Their top tower is not being defended.
Mid lane,
Oh
Mihar.
my gosh, what is going on?
Yeah, just 4-man rotation over. He's just brought down right away. Brienne's in trouble too. They dust him up.
Great play coming out. Purdue was not expecting this. Lifestealer not in that much trouble, but a great Torrent's going to keep him there. Grimstroke comes in with the Soul Bind. Phantom's Embrace. Is there any backup?
the RP
Yes,
again.
there is. It's called RP, baby. Level up that Shockwave, shoot it out. Sniper teleports in, but he's abandoned. It's just him in the tower. Supports are putting damage in, but the cores need to back up. They spent too much already.
They're just not responding quickly enough. Like, as soon as that PA gets rotated on, you either all four TP into that mid lane and go for that play with your Sand King, or you just, you know, continue
Gotta leave
pushing
it.
bottom and farm.
Exactly.
They
One
just
or the
TP
other.
in
No,
one at a time.
no. Exactly. And that's what we're going to see from the most successful teams in the league, is that the coordination and the communication, proving that you're one team, not 5 players, working together, making those calls and demonstrating just coordinated gameplay. And you highlighted exactly, yeah. You either
Signy's
go all
mag
in or
is-
you do nothing.
He's going to have some good items here soon. He is going for the Force Staff, which I really like. Help keep teammates alive, and Lifestealer now getting that Radiance delivered. Both Radiance and Force Staff coming out on Courier.
There we go. Great items. Maryland's hitting their stride here. So now Lifestealer's ready to start making some plays, you think?
Yeah.
I mean, not
He's
that
going to
he
be
has
pretty
to
much the
fly it,
strongest
but-
hero on the map for a while. Mid lane,
Yes.
they've dusted up Sand King
Down
once
him.
again. There's no way he gets out of here.
Sandstorm's not saving him. Oh, maybe it is. No. Kunkka drops off a big old Tidebringer, and we have all of Maryland positioned in the mid lane. A little
Vix
bit of
gets-
time top.
He's going to get caught by the Kunkka as well.
Wow, Kunkka's doing a fantastic job. His overextensions have just turned into successful aggressive plays. Oh my gosh, is
Soul
this really
Rage,
gonna happen?
XD. Oh. They're like toying with Vix, and he's gonna live as a result. So
Wait.
Slurm was like taunting his auto attack, waiting him to get burned down from the Radiance, and then he just steals Rage. So
And I think
that's a little weird.
Kunkka's getting tipped. I think Kunkka like did something with his Tidebringer. He went too early and killed the creep. I'm not sure. He just started hitting creeps instead of hitting the Rubik. So I think he just mistimed his Tidebringer. Uh-oh, PA's been spotted by Lifestealer. I don't think they're gonna be able to stop
Yeah, no
him,
other
so-
hero here. He does have Desolator, finally.
Finally. Well, Kunkka might have a kill on Sniper. Oh no, Kunkka likely has a kill on Sniper. Kunkka very likely has a kill on Sniper. Double damage, doesn't have Ghost Ship for 6 seconds, 5 seconds, he's gonna walk right up. Doesn't Tidebringer, does hit the X mark, hits the Torrent, no boat, it's up now, Tidebringer, he's in pursuit. Oh, going for the old school boat. Does he hit it? Does not connect. Double damage Tidebringer's turning into a man fight. Kunkka out of mana and in the line of fire. Rotation from Sand King, and Sniper's gonna make it away. What is going on with Kunkka this game,
That's
Ricky?
exactly what I talked about. This is why I said I like the fact that Sniper goes his double Wraithband into Dragonlance, because Kunkka can't solo him. So it's pretty funny, you know. He goes for the play, but Sniper just walks away, doesn't care.
Kunkka also did miss the initial Tidebringer. He Shadow Bladed up and just hit a creep with a normal auto attack. Well, I mean, he made space for a tower top, so honestly, net, that was a good play.
Mm-hmm,
It
definitely,
was just
indeed.
funky.
Slurm gonna go for the Sanj. I'm assuming into Halberd for the PA would make the most sense to me.
Uh-huh.
I like it.
Okay, I
Kunkka's
like that as
BKB
well.
is completed. Sand King
There
went
we
back
go.
for a Spirit Vessel instead of going Blink Dagger, by the way.
I think that Sand King really would have preferred if Rubik could have done that, and Sand King could have, like, we talked to, oh, hold on, we gotta fight mid lane. Sand King, speaking of, he got caught out. Well, he's gonna get saved by the Winter's,
I think he gets out of here
Winter's
even.
Curse. drops. No. Oh, RP fake. Pump fake. Doesn't work. Burrow strike goes off and he's going to drop after. PA tries to make an appearance, but she's still not fight ready. On the flip side, Kunkka once again failing to chase Sniper. Hits the Torrent. That's the spell we want to have. Lich is here too. Sniper's in trouble. Kunkka getting revenge for what happened to him in the bottom lane. Sniper might be able to drop the Lich first. Lich is forced to drop his ult. Now, on the flip side, back in the middle lane, Slurms managed to find PA. Magnus with the RP finds the Rubik. This time he's not going to let him get away as he did last time, and that is a full 5-player wipe for Grimstroke. Ricky, great play from Maryland. Great timings with their items.
Yep, I was just trying to like get an idea of what was happening in both sides of these fights, right? Because Kunkka and Sniper are having their own battle in the bot lane or in the river there, and then the rest of the teams are fighting in the mid lane. So very chaotic engagement, but works out really well for the side of Maryland. They only lose the Grimstroke. They pick up 5. They can turn this into a Roche if they have some form of minus armor, which they do not, so they cannot Roche at all. There's no way they do this.
And those fights are, the split fights are difficult to follow as spectators, but they're also difficult to follow as players, and that proves Maryland is a coordinated team because they're able to pull off such a clean win like that. Here comes an heavy center. Grimstroke was just dead. He just got back into the game.
Yeah.
That poor fellow.
Yeah, he walked all the way. He like TP'd mid, walked about 1,000 units, dropped a sentry, and died.
Yeah, poor guy. He's almost 50% of Purdue's kills. All right, well, here we go. Life in Purdue. They're going for their second tower, looking for something mid. We're going to see a Burrow strike. They're going to catch a Lich.
Super dead.
This means both supports may be eliminated, but Lifestealer shows up, goes immediately onto the PA. That's what we want to see. Blinking out. Now we have Lifestealer in the middle of 3 heroes separated. However, Purdue's forced to back up. Still deep, though. Kunkka's found the Sand King. He chops him down. Rubik wanted to support him and overextended in doing so. Maryland cleans up Sand King and Rubik and defends their tower. Very clean.
Yeah, they didn't have any. I didn't realize Lich had a Glimmer Cape, so they go for that play on him, but he just glimmers himself and walks away. So they will need to be picking up dust on the Sand King in order to secure those kills, because letting the Lich get away and then losing 2 on that dive is really bad.
Yeah, for sure. Like when you're the one who instigates the fight and you're also the one who loses it completely, it doesn't feel good. However, Ricky, what's your favorite support item on position 5? Because I think like Glimmer Cape is like one of those items where I'm like, it's so good, but is it my favorite? And I think honestly, even after that, it's like I think it actually might be my favorite position 5 support item.
Yeah, it is pretty much hands down the best.
So many
uses.
items.
Glimmer Cape, Force Staff are by far the best items.
They can use aggressively. You can use them defensively. They're just very powerful.
For instance, the game I was casting last night, it was like that 80-something minute game of Alliance and someone. Who was it? It was Alliance and TNC, I think.
Yeah.
And the only reason they ended up winning the game is because one of the supports offensively force-staffed an OD into their team.
Oh
and
my
Alliance,
gosh.
they wipe them as a result, and it's like that was like a huge turning point in the game.
Oh yeah, Dota's a game of positioning, and both those items help with positioning. There's also, there's games you win because someone just doesn't bring reveal, and it's like, hey, well, Glimmer Cape just won the game by saving someone's life.
Glimmer is a great item.
It is. Well, Maryland seems like they're playing the same way they always played, but this time they have the items to back it up. Extremely aggressive on Purdue's side of the map. They're just walking around taking objectives, and Purdue's not in a position to stop them. Which again, you pointed out, PA and Sniper still aren't fight ready. PA desperately trying to find farm, finishes the Desolator, doesn't have a BKB, but if you look at the cores on Maryland, Kunkka has BKB Shadowblade. Lifestealer has Halberd, Midas, Radiance, and he's sitting on the casual plate mail. Actually, he's turning into a Shiva's. And Magnus's build is just ridiculous. He's just having fun.
Yeah, I don't really like the Shivas at all. I don't think that's the correct item by any means. I think AC in every regard is just better.
And I understand that Lifestealer just wants to stay on top of you. He's going to put out more magic damage with the Shivas, which will set him up. The slow will set him up to put up more magic damage with Radiance. But speaking of Lifestealer, he's found a Winter Wyvern in the jungle, and he's chunking him. Forcing an ult. Winter's Curse comes out. Magnus shows up with the mobility. Who's going to get the last hit? It's Signy.
That's really bad for Purdue because Winter's Curse is pretty much their primary high ground defense. So in a situation like this where they're going to be trying to go onto your high ground here fairly soon, if you don't have Winter's Curse, you can't really defend the high ground just because that's your AoE initial stun into like Epi Burrow Strike and the lifts and all of the damage from Sniper and PA.
Thanks
So
to ya.
makes it really hard. It's just that much more difficult to defend.
Exactly. Similar to Glimmer Cape. Use it defensively, use it aggressively. Very, a lot of utility with that spell.
I just cannot believe Slurm is going for a Shivas. It's just not, it doesn't do anything this game because it doesn't really counter PA because her Phantom Strike.
BKB.
Yeah, she's building BKB and Phantom Strike just ignores that, right? It's so much bonus attack speed that it's not really affected by Shivas. The only realistic thing I can think of is to help slow down the sniper so you can get within range for open wounds, but just AC is just so much better.
Look at what Kunkka has. I think Kunkka said he wants to be the one building AC this game, and Lifestealer wanted to get armor.
Well, Lich is dead.
The assassinate kill. This has been working well for Sniper, but is it going to work well enough to stop this Roshan attempt 5v4?
I mean, Maryland can't Roche. There's no way
the
to
blink.
do this.
Force him back.
Oh, this is
Soulbind
really bad
comes
for them.
out. BKB makes an appearance, but there's a fantastic RP. Followed up with the boat. Winner's Curse. All the alts are coming out. When the dust settles, it looks like Maryland is actually in favor of the fight here. Sand King and Rubik have fallen. Lifestealer pursuing Purdue back to their side of the map.
Yeah, PA can't go on the Lifestealer. She needs to be going on the Grimstroke and trying to secure that kill. The problem is the 3 cores of Maryland are so tanky that PA, in her current state, cannot, get a lucky crit and kill one of them.
No.
They're just lucky Maryland's Roche lineup is so trash that that hasn't been taken yet. The fact that no one built a medallion to take Roche, like, this is Magnus's fault, 100%.
I think the Echo Saber could be something else.
The Echo Saber could just be a Solar Crest. Like, this is that's such a bad item.
I think he's just having fun.
Oh, he absolutely is. Yeah, like they're just having a good time. But
speaking of though, I feel like PA is not having fun this game. The PA is not getting to do what PA wants to do, and that's get those huge red numbers, kill support, cleave down creeps, cleave down players. PA is just getting pushed around the map, pressured, hiding in the jungle, hitting creeps, and running away. PA is only really active when BKB's up, and it's already down to 9 seconds. The 10-second appearance was kind of worthless.
Yeah, I just look at these drafts, and I have a hard time believing that Purdue really stood a chance at winning here, and I don't think it's anything to do with player capability. It's just entirely based on the fact that I don't know at what point PA or Sniper come online to stop Maryland, because it's not like they're going to come online and suddenly Maryland's not going to be farmed or they're not going to be able to fight them. Maryland will always be farmed and they will always be ready to fight.
Shiva's set up the open wounds, Ricky.
She popped her BKB already. Or she didn't BKB
Oh,
TB.
no. Oh, she might make it away, though. Soulbind keeping them together. Follow it up with the Phantom's Embrace. Only going to hit on one. Is this going to be enough? There we go. Lich ult coming out. 2 of them going to PA on the back.
Oh my god, the double Lich ult is hitting everyone!
Magnus goes in. Shockwave one direction. Echo Saber the other. No, he
bounce.
gets in the air, but Kunkka shows up with a Winter Wyvern. On the backside, Sniper. Is the fountain safe? Not when you get slowed by Shivas. RP, take him out. GG is called, Ricky. That will be our game 1, 30 minutes, almost flat.
I just want to see Lich's damage. Where is it? Oh yeah, baby, 4,384 damage from a Chain Frost.
Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, that was the best possible bounce I have ever seen.
Twice.
Because all of Purdue was just sitting right on the high ground there trying to save them. And they all die.
And we had discussed how potentially Lich's Chain Frost could just bounce in the just awfully and ruin the whole ult. That was the opposite. That was the critical critical Lich ult. Exactly what you want to have happen. Kill the carry and follow it right into the base and deal with the supports.
Yeah, I just want to point out, like, Sniper picked up a Monkey King bar at the end of the game, which is, I think, probably a decent item because he needs to just be doing raw damage. But they're so far behind, and who do you put in front of Sniper that isn't going to just get melted by the UMD lineup? So we'll likely see some sort of draft adjustment here in this next game.
I hope so.
Yeah.
You've touched on it exactly. It was the draft. Not only is Maryland's draft easy to put together, easy to coordinate all their spells. We saw even on that last PA kill, pretty much all Maryland did was just hit every button and click on PA. Purdue's draft had just awkward timings in general, regardless of what Maryland wanted to do. And I mean, you called it from before we even entered the game. PA and Sniper both are going to go into the jungle as the spellcasters get strong. The spellcasters got strong, and then they took over the jungle.
Yeah, I don't have much else to say about it. University of Maryland up 1-0 against Purdue. We'll be going into a game number 2 here in just a few minutes. So stay tuned.
Excited to see you guys. We'll be back for that soon.
Just live with that, but every time we go our separate ways, we keep coming back, yeah, coming back. Maybe we should take this mess and put it all behind us. Maybe if we had some sense, we'd leave it all behind, 'cause trouble's gonna find us. 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 Baby, you're a stick of dynamite. You keep blowing up, I keep blowing up. Yeah, keep you out of mind and out of sight. I keep showing up, you keep showing up. I hate the way you say my name, but I need that back. I hate to say it's over then, just live with that. But we're going nowhere at the speed of light. I'm still showing up, you're still showing up. Maybe we should take this mess and put it all behind us. Maybe if we had some sense, we'd leave it all behind, 'cause trouble's gonna find us. 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 Maybe we should take this mess and put it all behind us. Maybe if we had some sense, we'd leave it all behind, 'cause trouble's gonna find us. Hold me down. I wanna see what you look like when I'm not around. I wanna see what you look like undergone. I wanna see what you look like when nothing's alright, when nothing's alright. Will you bring me around? I've been waiting. Are you leaving town? I'm contemplating. All I do is hide my face. I think it all, I got a lot to say. Change my mind a million ways. I think it all until it drops away. All I do is hide my face. I think it all, I got a lot to say. All I do is contemplate. I think it all until it drops away. All I do is contemplate.
All right, I heard another rupture coming out. Leshrak, he's getting hit by everything. He pops the BKB Lotus. We're tanking the Mystic Flare. He just TP's
out.
right
He has
on
to.
out. Buyback from Legion Commander. This is looking good for Georgia
Oh, look
Tech.
at him
They
go.
may lose Abba.
He's
the race
coming.
car is in. Jake, he's going to make
The
it out.
bash,
no, the
no!
first hit bash. Jake is breaking it in
Oh,
duel
no.
as well. Oh, that was the most valuable Skull Basher in Novak's life.
He was pressing the bash button so fast. And he
Yeah,
just,
see, once again, the supports are falling. Jake cleaning up heroes. Jake cleaning up buildings. Bloodseeker has fallen. He can buy back, but what's he gonna do? He only has
he's going to be real fast. He's coming, baby. He's coming.
He's flying in. Is there anything he can do?
Leshrak's out. Can he get the ogre? He got the ogre.
He got the ogre. He got the ogre. Poured out. Here we go. Bash,
Bash.
bash, bash.
Oh!
First hit, bash, baby. Goes right into the Nimbus. I'm sorry. Well, they cleaned up the players. There's a buyback on Abba, but there's no racks. Ooh. Oh, that's a Radiant creep riding the Beetle. I never realized that.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't know it was riding it, but it's a Radiant creep.
Yeah. Okay. Well, 2 and 2. No
Oh,
battle
cute.
on the runes.
He's got a little hat on. He's got a backpack. and
It's well
everything.
done.
Yeah, that's a good looking courier.
What do we got on the other team?
It's a better looking version of the same
Oh,
courier. Ooh.
No, the twist.
All right. I mean, I was like, all right.
All
I'm out
right.
later.
Kyle,
He's under a
respect.
sentry, but I don't know if you want to fight into the Dire right now. They feel really strong.
Here we
He's
go.
finally
Okay.
level 6.
Tornado not gonna hit on DP, but it will connect on Sand King. Sand King's in trouble, but when Nightstalker goes in and reveals that University of Georgia's behind him, immediate back from Georgia Tech. Fantastic coordination, obviously great communication. These are the plays that win you games. Now, Exorcism is used, so we're going to see a tower push come from the University of Georgia. And a smoke from Georgia Tech. They're doing some sneaky stuff here, Ricky.
I like the fake tree
Well,
there.
they found CM. Hi. Ooh, backing up though. Is Nightstalker in trouble? Yes, he is.
They can turn
Great
this.
tornado. They got the
There
ult.
it
Here's
is.
the ice blast. They
Oh,
can't do
no.
anything. Number 1, number 2. It's bouncing. It's on the creep wave. We're gonna see Monkey King die with the centaurs. We're gonna see Sand King and CM. They're kind of trying to fight, but there's not really anything they can do. Under tower, Des Prophet manages to take out a support Grimstroke. He's under a lot of pressure now, being turned on by Invoker. Fantastic ice wall. Follow it up. Double frost into the frost combo. Epicenter. What are
Zoning
you doing, man?
epi,
You can't
zoning
catch
epi.
us.
He's
Meatball,
out.
zoning Meatball. Okay, Zeus and Sand King have grouped up, trying to repel the Georgia Tech.
Nightstalker's back, and it's
Connect
nighttime.
on
This
two.
boy's hungry. They're gonna find Raptor.
Is the tornado. They get the Raptor. That's the team captain, so I hear.
Dire's top tower
He's done.
has
He is
fallen.
done. Who gets the last hit?
Disciple.
Georgia Tech wants to make a move. We got the Aegis. Got the
No
Chi.
vision of this. They're gonna go right up onto the high ground. They have a ward here. They see the 2 supports. They can go.
Here we go. Lifestealer's gonna lead it. That's an extended duration rage at level 25. Wukong's command. Georgia Tech cannot let Wukong's command go off. Zeus drops no buyback. Monkey King is in a very difficult position, but he got his BKB off, so he's going to be able to make an escape.
And he's just dead.
Constantly being pursued. Ice Wall, Cataclysm. No way he gets out of this. 3 heroes drop.
I mean,
No buyback.
didn't
This could
say
potentially be
buyback
the end
for a
of the game.
satanic. Yeah, I mean, that's just game over.
The Epicenter gets interrupted. Tornado falls out. Des Prophet, she's nullified. She's getting beat down. There is the double chain frost. Oh my god, Ricky, it's a beautiful sight to see if you're on Georgia Tech, and a devastating sight to experience if you are on the University of Georgia. With that, GG is called, and Georgia Tech has
Dire's top
proven they are the most dominant CSL team in Georgia tonight, 2-0ing University of Georgia.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a really, really good play by them. They just... Not much to say. Just excellent performance.
Radiant team best.
All right, everyone, welcome back. Game number 2 here between University of Maryland and Purdue University.
Hello!
We have made it. The promised
We're
land.
doing it.
Team ban.
So what do you do in a situation like that where we, in our opinion, I would say, at least in my opinion, I assume in our opinion, it seemed kind of futile for Purdue after like 20-minute mark. They still played it out for 10 minutes. How do you adjust during the break? What do you personally do, Ricky? After a tough loss like that, you know you're going back in. What's something that you personally do?
So in a situation like that, I don't think
Dire
they
team pick.
really have.
Radiant's
Oh
team
god, are we gonna open Morph Shaker? Jesus.
Yep.
Oh my
That's it.
god.
That's the Morph Shaker.
Before I tear into how much I hate Maryland, I'm gonna finish my point. I don't think there's a lot that you can learn of in terms of, you know, them playing poorly or anything. I don't think that was necessarily the case. What they should hopefully see is the drafting issue
10
that they had.
seconds
Oh, I
remaining.
mean, as like personal, as one player. Like, what do you get up? Do you walk around? Do you go
5
outside?
seconds
Oh.
remaining.
Yeah, I just stretch it out, you know, get some fresh air, maybe get some water.
Don't let it slow you down.
Use the restroom. Yeah, you just got to not think about it, really. I mean, game one was, like I said, more of a drafting issue. I think we'll see a different draft here coming up for Purdue, something a little bit more stable.
Well, they're picking one of my favorite heroes, Keeper of the Light, even though he's gone through some changes. But Ricky, I know you want to tell me about Maryland's heroes.
Stop saying Maryland!
What? That's what it's literally what it says.
You're
Like-
actually, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So
Maryland.
Morph Shaker, it is the dumbest, most broken combo in Dota 2.
Why is that?
It's Morphling. Morphling Aghanim Scepter is super dumb. His talents are super dumb, and when you combine it with Earthshaker, it's broken. It is the most, probably I would argue, the most broken combination that have ever existed in Dota 2.
Ever? I don't know about ever. I would say currently, but think about how unbalanced Dota used to be in the past.
I mean, I know.
Like what about Fountain Hook, Ricky? There's no way this is worse than Fountain Hook.
Fountain hooking at least required skill. This just requires two
Ricky.
heroes be in the game. That's it.
Ricky,
Yeah, to still hit the hook and time it with the recall.
Ricky, I'm
And
gonna
it's not
go
like
out on
fountain hooking had an 85% win rate or something.
I'm gonna go. Well, technically, it had a 100% win rate
10
in
seconds.
competitive.
Over one
but-
game. Over one
Yeah.
game ever.
5
But
seconds remaining.
I feel like you might have played against a Morphling Shaker in one of your recent games. That's what it sounds like to me.
I haven't played Dota in a while. I'm just so sick of casting it.
Because of Morphling Shaker.
I mean, I'm just so sick of the patch, but like I'm sick of casting Morphling Shaker games. Basically, Purdue now has they have their win condition is end the game before Morphling gets Aghanim Scepter, and that is a requirement. If they don't end the game before that, they lose. There is no other scenario where that's not the case, and that's why I hate this combination. And they back up with an Oracle just in case so Morphling never dies.
So does it do? How do you round off a draft like this? Like, do they just pick whatever they want, or does
have to
Morphling
go
Shaker
early.
require?
If they have a Chen player, they should pick. I mean, they should pick Chen, run this like a 2 Lina or something,
10 seconds
and then
remaining.
try and go like high ground at like 20 minutes
5
straight. Like
seconds
you have to go
Oh.
high ground at 20 minutes.
I mean, for Maryland, like,
how
does it
Maryland
matter
round it
even?
out? I mean,
Like, does it matter what Maryland picks? Like, what does a Morphling Shaker want to team with, or does it even matter?
doesn't really matter. You can just pick Kunkka again.
Mhm.
You do. You just pick Kunkka.
Yeah.
It's a decent hero. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah, just like a very like well-rounded hero, fits into pretty much every lineup.
Yeah.
An Axe, that's an interesting pick. Is that to try and catch the Morphling when he's at low health and just execute him?
It is very good because if you get the blink call off before he morphs, you can usually kill Morphling pretty easily.
5
And
seconds
Axe
remaining.
Lina is a really solid lane.
Yep.
So I do like that. Axe Coddle is another great combination. I'm not sure how many people have seen it, but if you do get 7 seconds or 5 seconds of Berserker's Call, because it does refresh Berserker Call immediately. So you basically can Berserker's Call back to back.
Okay, yeah, that is really strong. And Axe, if Oracle saves someone with his ult and they are below the kill threshold, the Oracle essentially didn't save anyone if Axe gets near him. Because Oracle's
You can
ultimate is
culling play
gonna
them still anyway.
yeah, it locks their HP. So you have to make sure you is it False Promise? Is that the name of it? Oracle
Yeah,
ult?
False Promise. Yeah, you got it.
You have to False Promise outside of the kill threshold of Axe.
Shadow Shaman is a little interesting. I've seen a few teams run this recently, mainly in the 4 position. I don't think you can play 5 position Shadow Shaman anymore. But the 4th position Shaman has done really
10
well. He
seconds
farms
remaining.
pretty like he can farm pretty quickly
He
if you
does
leave
well
him in
with
a lane.
items.
Yeah, and if he
5
gets like an Aether
seconds
Lens and a
remaining.
blink, this hero owns. Like that's all he needs to be extremely
Yeah.
like impactful in the game.
Yeah.
So I think the builds I've been seeing recently is like Aether Lens blink right into a BKB. And then by then you'll have your like 2.5 bonus shackle duration, and you just like blink shackle someone for 7.5 seconds, and it can't do anything. It's so funny.
Speaking of shackles,
Yeah.
we got a
Team
dangerous
battle.
lady in the game. Two redheads coming out for Purdue. Two very dangerous redheads.
Yeah. Not the sisters though. Really weird how that's the case. They banned Drow. I do like that. It's a hero that offers a lot against the Morphling just because of the silence.
And would work well with the heroes
Yeah,
on
Lina
Purdue.
and Wendy.
Even Caudle to an extent.
So we're going to be seeing most likely
10
Windranger
seconds
mid. I
remaining.
can't imagine you're running this as a 3, but maybe you do. If you run
5
Windy
seconds
Lina,
remaining.
I'm stupid. That's an Axe off lane. So this is definitely a mid Windranger or a mid Lina,
Radiant team
right?
pick.
Have you been hearing about this Basilius first Lina support?
Yeah, it's really good. You get 8 damage.
Yeah, and Lina has the longest range in the game, save for techies, I believe.
Yeah.
God,
Pretty good.
that's pretty fun.
Can't wait for Ring of Basilius to be removed from the game in a week.
No. Please, no.
They'll just remove the 8 damage.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, it's a very strong early game item. Goes
Yeah.
really well on strong early game
5
heroes.
seconds remaining.
They'll probably buff the auras and then remove the damage, make it an actual support item. It's
We
dumb that
can-
you can just like be a support that gets plus 8 damage out of nowhere for a support item.
Well, we can talk about minor item changes all we want, but we know when the patch hits, everyone's going to be looking at Snapfire's baking.
Oh, dude, it's gonna be so good. I imagine she is the best baker in the world.
In the world of Dota. Would
You're a
anyone
Monkey
else...
King, huh?
So... I'm not seeing the synergy here. I think maybe it's just a comfort pick.
Yeah, it's a safe lane Monkey King. It's got to be a comfort pick, but I guess their idea is that it's going to block their off
10
laners, so
seconds
heroes
remaining.
like Centaur and Centaur's
5
banned. What the heck?
seconds
Who are they
remaining.
countering with this? They're just gonna pick a ranged off lane. Okay,
Oh.
yeah,
Now
Enigma. There you
select
go.
your heroes.
Okay.
It's just super weird to me. Unless they're going 3 Shaker. They could be running a 3 Shaker and a 4 Enigma, which would make... Nope, Signy. Yeah, Signy plays Enigma quite often.
Oh, and great cosmetics. Monkey King and Axe. Looking fierce.
That stupid axe set.
It's like kind of on the line, maybe even crossing the line with ridiculousness. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of happy it's in the game. It's funny.
Yeah. Oh, they did... Okay, so that's what I have to do to fix it. There's a bug on that set where if you
The Axe set?
Yeah, on the axe set, where if you equip like a belt that isn't the exact belt, he has like these weird like textural like
Underwear?
Oh, it's not underwear. It's like basically a texture issue where all of his legs have like this I don't even know how to describe it. But essentially the regular axe has boots where this one does not. So on his knees where his boots would go all the way up to, there's like a line of like fur and stuff that comes out of the top of the boots, and when you equip a belt that isn't that one, that fur and stuff is still there. So he just has like fur on his knees for some reason. It makes no sense.
Beating you with his hairy legs.
You're like, okay.
All right. Okay, so looking at the draft now, both these drafts require quite a bit of finesse from both teams. Not what I expected at all. Both teams really want to have fun in the second game. Is there a draft you're favoring? Is it just the Morphling Shaker and you don't even care what the other 8 heroes are?
At this point, I don't think Purdue's going to be going high ground at 20 minutes. And the reason being is Maryland picked Enigma Oracle. So...
Wow, that's Magician Shaker.
Oh, it is Magician Shaker.
Is it a mid shaker then?
Yeah, mid Shaker.
Okay, that's fun.
Yeah, and that's blah blah blah.
Is that a support axe? Oscillation was the winner wyvern last game, or do you think
Yeah,
there's
that might be like. There's no way you run support axe in this.
Yeah,
game.
I think
needs to have a blink.
he's just the player.
Like he has to get a blank, or else they can't do anything in this game.
Yeah.
If Axe doesn't get a blank, they don't end the game. Because it's not like your Wind Ranger is going to be the one like finding these kills.
No. Okay, well, immediate smoke. It might just be to get to lane. Why don't we quickly go over the players and their new heroes before we get to the action?
Okay. I'll start with Purdue this time. On Oscillation, as you just pointed out, we have the Axe being joined by Vix in the top lane on the Lina, getting that Bassi, as you pointed out.
Yeah, there it is.
We're going to have Miharu on the Monkey King, currently dressed up as a llama. It's not Halloween anymore, but he's trying. So we have Treehard on the Keeper of the Light here. He sees that ward get placed. There's no... I'm assuming he's going to deward it, but I mean, we have a possible engagement here.
Yeah. Look at this. Maryland up on the high ground. They're getting chased out. I don't know if Morphling has the speed, and he's already skilled Morph. Immediately goes full strength, but he's dropping low. It's not really a strong spell. Lina on the high ground. Gonna try and rotate around under tower. This might be way too dangerous. Hits the LSA though. Oracle roots him under tower. Is that a counter? Yep, that's a counter kill. Extremely dangerous from Lina, but it worked. It was worth it.
Yeah, Slurm dies.
Do I get my PayPal now? Feeding First Blood. But it was a 1-for-1.
Yeah, not bad.
Also, look at the ward that the Shadow Shaman gets to set up because of that.
Oh yeah, it's a good one.
It was pretty fun. Hopefully they get some value out of it. Well, both bounty runes are going to be going for Maryland in the bottom lane. Mid side, Coddle gets caught behind a tower. Blinding Light level 1.
He's in a lot of trouble. Shadow Shaman will just kill him. A couple auto attacks and an Ether Shock. If he doesn't miss, he did miss.
Maybe
Okay.
not. Blinding Light level 1 might have been what they needed.
Well, there it is.
Okay, once
Go
again,
on over to
Maryland
focus.
taking the advantage at the start. I'll quickly just go over that we have Signy on Enigma, Slurm on Morph, who fed First Blood, didn't fed, but we got paid for First Blood. Focus on Oracle, LFCMS on Shadow Shaman, and Magician X taking the mid Shaker.
So Shaker's gonna do fine in this mid lane.
I think so, yes.
I don't think he's gonna suffer a lot. He will want to go the double bracer. I don't think he needs a bottle, to be honest. He has one queued up, but I don't think it's absolutely necessary. I think Soul Ring probably sufficient because he usually just max enchant totem.
Well, Slurm is just really suffering top while Oracle's not there. He's not happy after dying, skilling Morph, and just watching his opposition farm.
So, where did the axe go? Okay, I guess he just went back to buy a Quelling Blade or something.
Now, is
Bot
Enigma in
lane,
trouble
look at-
bottom,
yeah.
Signy?
Yes.
Blinding Light, putting him under pressure. Ether Shock is quite cute. Monkey King wants to die
He's
for
not
this. I
gonna
don't know
get
if this
this.
is the play. He's
Oh
under
my God,
tower.
he's dead.
Oh no, Maryland takes another kill. This time it's Purdue who's overextending.
Yep. That's a big deal. I don't think you can play aggressively into your level 2 on the Monkey King because you need that Boundless Strike. That's where all of your damage comes from. It's not the Jingu Mastery.
And going under tower that early, you know, it just seems like whoever's on Radiant wants to be the overextender. I'd also like to point out Lina is doing a oh my god, continuing to do a fantastic job harassing Slurm, breaking his salve and breaking through the trees to hit an LSA Dragon Slave. Slurm is forced to morph strength again or else he would die to the support by herself.
I was gonna say, if she hits him with a Dragon Slave, I think she gets the kill, but Slurm gets dropped to 2 HP on that Dragon Slave. Will survive.
Gosh, and look at the Basilius. Like, it gives her the regen to harass with spells, but even just the armor and damage, she's gonna... And combined with her attack range. Wow, that's strong.
Yeah, very good.
Now, Enigma, because of that Monkey King kill, got a little bit of an XP lead, and he's an extremely dangerous hero when he gets to level 3. He can completely take a lane over.
Yeah. The thing is Monkey King, I don't see how he's gonna do much in this lane. They're running dual range, so he's not gonna be able to build these Jingu stacks very likely, especially with Keeper of the Light, who's not you know, not a super aggressive support.
Hold on, is Slurm in trouble top? No. Axe was thinking about it.
One other thing to point out, a lot of people don't know, Enchant Totem is True Strike.
Yeah.
So even if you're wind running on the Windy, you will still hit you with Enchant Totem. So
Yeah.
we just saw that, like, for some reason
counter.
Sinister was just like running next to him with Wind Run, and Magician X is like, all right, dude, that's fine. I'll still hit you.
Yeah, works for pretty much every other hero. Not against the Earthshaker, though. And it is difficult for Monkey King, right? Monkey King's a hero that doesn't like getting hit. He likes to be the one doing the hits, and he's against 2 ranged heroes plus an army of Eidolons. This poor guy is really going to struggle.
Yep.
Well, we see that Earthshaker is the top CS, but position 2, 3, and 4 on CS are all held by Purdue at the
Shadow
moment.
might be in trouble. Oh, there's the Shackle. I don't see how. Yeah.
Oh no, the Blinding Light will get the kill, but Monkey King dying first is a much bigger deal than Shadow Shaman dying afterwards.
That's the thing. He's going into this Enigma who has, you know, constantly multiple Eidolons of up and alive. So Monkey King being a super low armor hero, very low HP hero as well, relies on pretty much his support to enable him in the laning phase, and it's not going well for him right now.
Yeah, Caudle has some interesting interactions, but they're not really working too well with Monkey King or against Shadow Shaman Enigma. If Caudle had hit, oh no, another Shackle comes out. At the very least, this is going to be a lot of attacks for Eidolons, 3 each.
There's no Boundless Strike either. What the heck? When did he use that?
Well, Jealousy's going to die. That's the Lina dying to reset.
Yeah, well, she stacked the top wave. So what she was doing is pulled the first wave back into the second tower. So this is going to give Oscillation a double wave, or even a triple wave after this one pushes up.
Well, Oracle meeting it up.
I mean, he does pull it, which is what he needs to do. So that's very smart. Axe has to be
now Axe
contesting
100 tower.
Is under attack.
Well, I
should
think
call him right now. Oh, LSA connects Slurm? Oh, he doesn't have call.
Slurm in trouble. Constantly morphing strength. Axe is disarmed. Lina going deep under the tower now. Once again, getting hit by a tower. Lina's taking more tower damage than anything else.
Yeah, 5-minute runes. She needs to be able to
All
go
of them
get this,
are
but
from
Oracle
top.
is going to beat her there for sure.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 for Maryland. Jealousy back again on Slurm, who's morphing. Oh, that was close. Jealousy's having fun, though.
Yeah.
Well, everyone's farming quite well. Monkey King doing the worst at the moment, and that's partly because of the tough lane. I think Caudle might have to try and do some Illuminate plays to deal with the Eidolons. Because...
Ooh, they
there
finally
it is.
got him.
Chelsea finally gets him. Great play, harassing him all game, 5 minutes in, and they pick up the kill on Slurm. That's what they want to be doing.
Oh my gosh, come
on the other side of the map, Caudle gets taken out. Army of Eidolons. And a DC. That's going to do it too.
Before anyone T-tours me on that one, I'm just going to point out, I was looking at Magician X in the mid lane because he was denying some creeps. So I think that's worth it.
I usually miss about half a game because I just get lost in your eyes, so...
Also, I'm going to blame Slurm on that one 100%. He had no business dying, and the only reason he died there is because, you know, Slurm out of position, morphing the wrong way. So, how can I predict Slurm's ability to play Dota, really?
Unpredictable fellow.
Yeah.
So at what point does the Morphling Earthshaker, like, start doing its thing? So, what items need to be picked up? What spells need to be leveled? Hold on, we have Slurm again in trouble. Hits the call, hits the LSA. I think he's dead again.
Okay. Slurm just threw his lane so hard. Because the Axe, like, usually doesn't do exceptionally well in the laning stage unless he gets a couple kills. And he just got 2 kills, and he's gonna he's gonna be out leveling Morph really bad. He has to walk all the way back since he just TP'd in. He's gonna be level 6 on the Axe by the time Slurm gets back here.
And
Calling Blade crushes you because he's
250
always
kill threshold, and Slurm's at 400 max HP right now.
Rotation from Magician X finds Caudle again.
And regardless of his synergy with Morphling, that's a big strength of Earthshakers. He can rotate to any of Midshaker specifically.
In a lot of trouble here. Might go down. They should have enough damage here.
I think they're going to have enough. There's the Dragon Slave.
I don't even think you need a Calling Blade, but he does it anyway.
Okay, some life from Purdue. However, both players trapped under the tower. See if Morphling can find them. I don't think he's going to be able to do much. In fact, he might be in trouble here if they want to go. LSA hits. No, it doesn't. Waveform in, though. That's going to turn into a call. Immediately has to morph strength and get his teammates to teleport because he's in the danger zone.
They cancel on the Shaman, which I like. Oh, lane.
Tower's at below half HP. Signy's going to put a lot of pressure on here, and this might buy Morphling the space he needs to get back in.
He's 33 and 16. Like
here we go. Oracle picks up a kill on Lina, who extends out. Lina's been doing a lot of damage, and she hasn't been respecting how much damage an Oracle can put out if he finds you. Now a pin mid-side. Under the tower, we're going to see the Echo Slam. We're going to see the Enchant Totem. Hold her there. Once again, the Wind Run, though, keeping her alive. He wants to get the Enchant Totem. He doesn't get it in time, and he drops. Signy also falls in the bottom lane due to a rotation from Lina.
They didn't get the Monkey King,
on
though.
top.
They traded Monkey King for Enigma. And Monkey King did die first, so he's having a real rough time.
All the cores on Maryland under a lot of pressure, back to back to back.
Yeah.
Purdue might be able to take a lead off this. In fact, they are slightly ahead in gold at the moment.
Sinister got really lucky there. That last auto attack from the Focus Fire procced the Javelin. Otherwise, Magician X was about
close.
to enchant Totem kill him.
It was very close.
Yeah,
Jealousy with the double damage. They find Shadow Shaman. Guesses wrong with the Dragon Slave.
Wrapping around
Pursues
though.
the wrong way.
Oh,
She
I
wants
guess
to go
not.
for it. No, Lena has to go back. Rotation from the mid shaker. This is what I was saying. Mid shaker can rotate to any lane. Very easy to set up a kill with Fisher.
Look at how many denies are on the side of Maryland. They have 16 on the Shaker and 17
Mm-hmm.
on the Enigma.
Oh gosh.
It's just
Those
a
are
lot of golden experience that Purdue is just missing.
those add up, and that'll put your team in the lead.
I will say Axe is doing so well now. Oscillation is having like a dream game.
Yeah. Yes, he is. This is, yeah, a little bit of a slow start, but now Axe is doing exactly what he wants to do, and he gets left alone because he can apply pressure by himself. He's going to drag 2 heroes from Maryland to try and stop him, and that's going to open up space for his teammates on the other side of the map.
No one from either team is in the mid lane.
Yes, both of them suspicious.
I mean, I would want the Lena to be soaking levels in the mid lane right now because oh, and she does
There
it.
it
Yes,
is. Look at that.
perfect.
Great call, Ricky.
Because the thing I look at is like she needs to get level 6.
Oh,
rotation.
the
over.
redheads teaming up. Here we go. Focus Fire. Fisher connects on 2. Great Fisher, but Earthshaker's quite slow. Damage still comes out from Sinister. We're going to use the Shackle. It's not going to latch, but it is going to slow Earthshaker down enough to get hit by the LSA. Oracle doing his best to keep Earthshaker alive. It looks like it's going to work. LSA comes out to stop the Shackles from the Shaman, and now the 2 fiery redheads chase down Shadow Shaman, kill him under tower, set their attention on Oracle. This might be an overextension though. They really want to go. He's level 4. Shackle does connect. I think this is going to do it, but Magician X on the side. No Echo Slam. Has an enchanted totem. He's running in. Echoes up in 1 second. These 2 are in trouble. He's going to drop it on top of the creep wave too. No, goes for the Fisher. Gets stunned by the LSA. Now Earthshaker's in trouble.
so
Getting
well.
kited. Very well done. Lots to disable, lots of damage coming out. Earth Echo Slam comes out, enchant totem, beat down. LSA stuns the Earthshaker, but it's on top of the dead body of a Wind Ranger. Out of mana and teammates, Lena is forced to retreat. Topside though, Blink is revealed on top of Slurm. Does he have the damage? No, he doesn't. Continuing to chase.
Look at bot lane.
He wants to get him.
Mikaru.
Checking out bot lane. Signy, he's in trouble. Hit the shrine. Hit the. Oh, he hit it, but he doesn't get away. Now we have Shadow Shaman, drops the ward trap, taking out Monkey King. Topside Axe dives under the tower. Finally manages to... Wait, did he get someone?
No.
Oh, he did get Monkey King. Did he?
No, Monkey King died bottom.
Monkey King died bottom. I'm going crazy. Who was
Yeah.
actually fighting Slurm? Slurm TP'd out. That's what happened.
Okay. So early Blink Dagger on the Axe. I really do like. This is. They're
They need
pinging.
to go early.
So they're pinging mid again. They're just like someone needs to farm.
Oh, here we
this,
go.
guys.
Bottom side, Shackles come out on Wind Ranger. She's focus firing on Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman's in trouble. Stunned up on the Midnight Pulse. Not a lot of damage is going out on Wind Ranger.
Focus does manage to
Back
pick off
on
the
now.
Coddle on the side though. Wendy is doing really good right now. She basically has made a couple really big kills with this
Yep.
Javelin Focus Fire.
Dire's
And,
middle tower is under attack.
Now she's second on net worth, right behind Axe, or I guess tied with Earthshaker basically. But Slurm is suffering so
Oh,
bad.
here
And
we
speaking of
go.
Slurm, there's another stun. Taunt.
Yeah.
Luna.
Oh, it's so easy. It's just so easy for them. Now that the Blink Dagger's out, they're going to do that over and over and over. Laguna Blade only has a 70-second cooldown. Like, they can just keep this up.
You have TP. He does. Okay, well. So Slurm is, you know, really underfarmed. If you look at net worth, that is giving you a decent idea of how upset he is about this game.
Dire's top tower is under
It's
attack.
true. He's... Where is he? Oh, he's down there with the supports.
I don't even see him. Oh, wait. That's the joke.
However...
All right, bot lane,
Magician-
Signy.
Oh, here we
Can I
go.
have Black
On
Hole
top of the
and
Midnight
yeah,
Pulse, we're
roll,
going to drop the
baby.
Black Hole. Connects on 2. LSA is going to interrupt this. This might be exactly what Purdue needs to turn it. They do. They get rid of the Enigma, and all 3 of them set their attention on Shadow Shaman, dropping him as well. Purdue, this is not the same team we saw in Game 1.
Beautiful TP from Vix there. TP's to the shrine to rotate over and help keep them alive. I think they assumed they were going to try and bait the Black Hole.
Slurm's
on
getting
Enigma.
smoke ganked. Slurm's getting smoke ganked. Coddle's gonna pop the smoke right on top of Slurm. Axe, Blink Call.
gets the
It connects, but
mark.
Magician X is here on top of the Will-O-Wisp as well. We're gonna see Maryland control, but not a lot of damage coming out just yet. Laguna is up. They're going to drop it on Slurm in just a second. Early ult from Oracle trying to save him. Call holding down on the backside. Here we go. The ults are coming out. The wards and the Echo Slam combo together. They're going to drop Lina before she drops to the Laguna. Now Slurm on the aggressive. Chases Caudle away, but back in the jungle, we have an Axe. I think he missed his blink there, and Oracle's going to be able to clean him up. Great response from Maryland, Ricky.
Yeah, that looked a little iffy. Magician X, though, had an Invis rune, just waiting for the perfect time to go ahead and open with that Echo. And did a lot with it, really.
Patient gameplay. That's what we want to see. Magician X did great in the lane, but after that unfortunate death to Wind Ranger, he's been struggling to get back in, and that overextension from Purdue is exactly what he needed.
All right, where's Signy at? Going for the... All right, just going Mech Guardian Greaves. Slurm finally getting himself a little bit of space. He's just going straight for the Aghanim Scepter instead of any other item to start
He wants
off.
the combo. He wants that kind. Then Earthshaker's going straight into Ag. So what are the items again, Ricky, that we're looking for this
Slurm might
combo?
be dead. He gets stunned. Ooh,
LSA.
Not in range of the... Oh,
But
not in
the call's
range
not
on
in
Lina.
range either. Slurm getting lucky might be a decider this game.
Yeah.
Now
Say,
we
Vix,
see Maryland.
If Vix was in range for the Laguna Blade, they just... You know, he just blinks... He blinked Culling Blades instead of going for like a blink stun. Or
Uh-oh.
the blink
Magician
call.
X. Shackled. Boundless Strike. Sinister's putting the damage in on Earthshaker, who pops his haste and runs away. Is Shadow Shaman in trouble here? No. He'll retreat with his Shaker, who meets up with the Oracle. Oracle coming in. Yeah.
Steals
Magician
the
X just wants
Trapper.
the CS. Okay, is this going to be a kill on Monkey King? No. Because we're going for the Aghanims. That means we're going to have a late mobility on Shaker. In the meantime, Axelina, they know that it takes
pushing.
a lot to stop them, so they're just going to keep pushing.
Yeah, fantastic combination.
Radiant's bottom tower.
All right, I need to do the math. How long is Berserker's Call? 3.2.
Radiant
Jesus.
are scanning.
So 6 and almost 6.5 seconds.
Dyer's top
I
tower
think
is under attack.
realistically 6 because of overlaps. You have 6 seconds of Berserker's Call.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Rotations
that's
into the top
great.
lane.
AoE
Magician
lockdown.
X.
Uh-oh. Jealousy in trouble. The enchant totem's going to hit. The totem is then going to hit her in the face. Fisher right on to follow that up. A punch, and Oracle will take the kill. Teleport out from Axe. Nothing that Maryland can do to stop it, but they're happy with the Lina kill.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Well, Signy gets tower bottom.
Okay, Maryland. They're putting a little bit of pressure back. However, mid
Should
lane,
get mid tower here.
still... we're going to see some rotations, I believe, or is everyone just going to go into the jungle?
I think they're gonna rotate over. They want to
Yep,
defend
they
this
have
mid tower.
to.
It's a big deal.
Now, Wind Ranger has her spells. Caudle has his spells. Earthshaker is smoked up. No blink, but he can get a fat Fisher right now, locking Wind Ranger in. No, he doesn't go for it. Instead, he wants to go for the Echo, and I think that greedy play may have cost him the kill.
Yeah, really nice
Five.
Willis there to buy him space, and that's the whole side of UMD. I guess Signy cancels his TP to the mid lane, just gonna continue pushing out bottom instead.
Yep. Okay, regen top. Magician X will take it. Magician X really wants to get some farm, though. He's been running around, but not getting much money because of it. And Monkey King's been having time to hit creeps. This is not the same story as PA last time.
Alright, where are we at with... Who's he going for? So we got... Oh my... Alright, so Axe has Blade Mail. Very nice. Monkey King going for Echo into Maelstrom, which I'm fine with. I feel like he probably will need a BKB if he wants to seriously fight into this Maryland lineup. But right now, the Wind Ranger is very
Making him a
close
lot
to
of
the
space.
Maelstrom.
Yeah.
Good blink
Okay, we
call
have
in.
a blink call on Shaman. Oracle trying to save him.
That is
We
the
have Signy
shackle.
going for a big black hole. He gets baited, though. They turn on him, but the wards come out. Counter turn. Shackled up. Oh, Wind Ranger barely makes it away. And Ricky, once again in the mid lane, just like game one, nobody dies, and everyone hits all their buttons.
Everyone hits everything, and
Yep.
then they all walk away.
Well, we
Top
still have a
lane
black
is-
hole.
This really favors Maryland, though. This is space for their cores. Earthshaker only 350 gold away from his Aghanim Scepter.
Oh, extremely close. Yeah.
And Morphling now about 2,000 away.
Earthshaker will retreat into the jungle with no mana, knowing he's close to his item. Axe will show. And both teams trying to establish map control, the river being the decider in regards to territory.
So for the record, in case you're watching this right now, this is why you 100% buy Quelling Blade on a 5 position, no matter what the situation. You always buy a Quelling Blade. He's unable to deward this ward here because he doesn't have a Quelling Blade. So if you're a 5 and you don't have a Quelling Blade, that is a learning point. Buy a Quelling Blade.
You're talking about the Caudle?
Yeah, he dropped a sentry in the river here and auto attacks it, and then before he can get a second auto, Focus and MS run over, and then they just deward a sentry, and it's like if you
right on top of
you buy Quelling Blade, 100% every time. I'm really confused.
Both teams just kind of playing around the jungle while the cores farm, but as you said, this likely favors Maryland. Monkey King's getting items, but Earthshaker and Morphling are getting closer and closer to the deadly combination.
Yeah, I mean, I did say Purdue, they have their timing of end the game before Morphling gets Aghanim Scepter, and if they don't, they lose, so.
Axe calls the Morphling top, but Axe is in trouble. However, a Blade Mail coming out might put Slurm right where Axe wants him. Stolen call. Oh, that was very close. Laguna, though, he's more of strength. Not going to be enough. Now Jealousy's in trouble.
Oh, here's the Axe reveal.
The Aghanims. And that's the alley-oop into the dunk. Are Purdue in trouble, Ricky?
Purdue lost. The game's over.
You're just going to call it right there.
Yeah,
well, mid lane, Purdue picks up 2 kills on the supports. Sure Magician X shows up mid. He has the Aghanims. He gets knocked back by the blinding light. He goes for the dunk and just gets stuffed.
I feel like that's goaltending, but I'm not 100%
That was definitely goaltending.
Okay.
Goes in again. No, uses the Aghanims defensively.
I mean, obviously I'm joking around saying, you know, Purdue lost because, you know, they get an Axe Morphling, but I find it, I don't see that this game gets at all easier for them going forward, and you're going to be going against what is easily the most overpowered combination in all of Dota 2, and it's really going to be on Axe and Lina to find these kills, because it is not going to be a hero that Monkey King can deal with.
Well, speaking of, they're smoking up right now, and they may find a Morphling. If Caudle plays this right, he can get to the high ground without bringing smoke. Yes, he can. In range for the call. There it is. Follow it up with the Laguna play, or the LSA. Yep, he did, just in time. They're not going to have enough damage output. Now people are porting in behind. Signy really wants to hit his button, but everyone runs away as soon as he shows up.
Signy's just been like AFK farming for 20 minutes. He hasn't left like this bottom of the map at all.
Yeah,
he's just
that's kind of what he wants to do for the most part.
Oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
Obviously he wants to use Black Hole, but he is like the offlaner that just sits in your offlane and pressures.
Not focus, but yeah, follow up. I don't know.
On top of the shrine, there's the Aghanims. Actually misses on both. LSA connects, and then the blinding light knocks him back. Once again, buttons are pressed, but lives are not taken. Check out the net worth, though. Monkey King being left alone, he's taken #1.
Yeah, he is farming very well. He has the Echo Saber. He's going for a Diffusal as his next item, I suppose. I mean, I don't think that's bad by any means. Definitely interesting. He's got so many items queued up, but yeah, it looks like he's definitely committed to the Diffusal into probably BKB and an Aghanim Scepter. All right, Magician X with the DE rune. Gonna get scouted here. If they find this kill, it's really nice.
Oh, guessing wrong. Magician X cuts the tree beside Monkey King's
You have to go for this kill.
The Will-O-Wisp does actually stun the Monkey King. So Magician X not taking as much damage as he should. There's the call. Yeah, Magician X is definitely dead.
I thought that Monkey King getting knocked down there might mean that Magician X gets away, but he permanently CC thanks to Keep the Light and Lina. We'll find that kill.
A series of overextensions. Currently 22, just shy of 22 minutes in the game, and it's almost even.
All right, Lina and Windy. Well, Windrainer almost has an Orchid, getting pretty close, and Lina still pretty far off the Yule, so it doesn't have it quite yet. All right, I want to see Shaman though. That's important. He has his Blink Aether Lens, so this is where I was talking about. Once he has these 2 items, he becomes pretty much a completely different hero.
Yeah, he's gonna playstyle is different. He's gonna steal the enchant totem, but he's gonna hit you with his Morphling hits.
So Morphling. Oh yeah, Morphling has ads. Oh shit. Well, and he has level 15 morph duration. That's the timing, basically. All right. Well, if Purdue can't win this next fight, it is looking real grim for them. And there's the smoke. They are ready to go on the side of Maryland. It's
Okay. Goes in, Aghanims, Chant Totem, blows up the Caudle. It was impressive, but it's the least important kill on the team, arguably. Wards
but
are
he ain't
dropped.
done.
That's
He's
an
finding
easy
the Lina.
commit. Now he goes deep. Goes in for the Lina after. Switches. Enchant Totem. You can tell that he's done this before, Ricky.
Yeah, this is really balanced. If I had to say, you know, if there was like something that comes to mind,
It's balanced.
it would definitely be balance. You know how like Thanos puts the dagger on his finger and he's like, you know, perfectly balanced? That's how this is. That's how I view Morphling Shaker.
It does seem that after the combo was employed by Maryland, the Slurm's game got a little bit different than it was prior to the combo being.
You know, I like to imagine Morphling as Thanos in this situation and the dagger.
Oh,
mid
hold
lane.
on. And Purdue are the Avengers going in. Oracle immediately saves Morphling, though. That's what they're trying to get done.
He'll be fine.
Now, Morphling
He has
wants to
a
find
wand, too,
15
if he wants to pop
seconds,
it.
and then he can go for his Shaker. However, Great Will-O-Wisp might be exactly what Purdue needs to stop Maryland. Staying in the Will-O-Wisps, calling in the Will-O-Wisp, looking great. Magician on the backside gets Caudle, but Caudle had no spells left to press. Now surrounded, Morphling drops a pursuit from Purdue onto the high ground. They're going to keep on chasing. They're likely going to catch an Oracle.
Axe blinking 2. They should get. Oh!
Oh, Wind Ranger. There it is.
Monkey King's been cut from trees by his allies more than anyone else.
According to net worth, Ricky, Purdue
That's
is
a
in
huge
the lead.
Yeah, that was a huge turn of events. Morphling doesn't have level 3 morph, so it basically wasn't back off cooldown before he could use it again. So it doesn't have that 100% uptime.
Yeah.
And that's the reason he died. If he had level 3 ult there, he doesn't die at all. But he was 1 second off the morph before he died, so unable to have 2 full health bars instead of just 1.
Yeah, that would
Everything acts
that could be a fight decider.
Yeah, I hear 2 is larger than 1, so.
I've heard that from time to time.
Yeah, I asked my professor, and you know he said math checks out. Bottom lane, Signy in a little bit of trouble, maybe.
Signy, he has Guardian Greaves. There we go. Oracle porting in, no save. Yes,
false promise.
save. Catches the black hole right under the tower. A Monkey King on the high ground, I believe.
Signy's gonna have absolute full health.
There.
The Guardian Greaves regen is gonna be so much.
Yep.
That's basically 30 health per second under that.
Very, very useful. Well, Wind Ranger has been doing great this game, but getting caught out like that, it was so close. Maryland takes it. Now, in the mid lane, Monkey King. This is the top net worth in the game. He's been captured.
He has no BKB.
Shackled
They
up.
should get this easily.
Earthshaker wants to get in, but he doesn't want to have his entire mana pool drained.
No one does this to me.
Oh, wait, Morph just
Slurm
died
does
bottom.
drop to Axe. Axe caught him out, just like the laning phase. Remember me?
Yeah, Morphling, if you're Maryland, you just 5-man with Morphling. I don't think you do, like, nothing else in this game matters, I'm pretty sure.
Magician Axe is going deep, but he doesn't have a teammate. Axe does. Is he feeding Ricky? Well, he dodges the LSA. He's going to jump away. No, he wants to
gonna
go
Echo.
in.
He has Echo.
This is insane. He has Echo. He has an Ether Shock. He has a Fisher. He has a double kill.
He gets them both. Oh, he has an Arcane Rune too, so that was Arcane Rune Echo, which means it's coming up in 80 seconds.
Arcane Rune is amazing on Earthshaker.
Yeah, 3.5 seconds Enchant Totem. Pretty good.
Yep. Oh, okay, and he just heads on home after that. So Morphling does die, but we see 3 kills on picked up by Maryland on Purdue.
Earthshaker is the most farmed hero in the game. He has a BKB now.
Now he is. Yep. Okay, very dangerous. Morphling's back up. So Morphling still needs to get 1 more level.
Yeah, once he has level 3 ult, the game is a little bit different.
Look at that cooldown reduction. That is absolutely insane. 100 seconds to 40 seconds.
Yep. Yep, that's what, and with the talent, it's 100% uptime. So that's what makes it so strong. Normally at this point, if you're Morphling, you want to be taking safe farm. So obviously he goes here into the triangle to secure that, get his level 18, and as soon as he has that, I'd expect Maryland to start 5-manning because Magician X has BKB, Signy has almost a BKB. Actually, he could buy it. He's close, like 100 gold off, so he'll be buying his BKB very soon.
Everyone's going for the BKB.
Purdue, all right. Miharu almost has BKB as well. We talked about why he really needs that very badly. Solution, I like the pipe pickup. That's good. Lena almost has axe. She just said screw the Yules. I'm gonna go for an axe.
Yeah, she has quite a lot of setup with how fast and mobile her team is.
Yeah, she went for the Aether Lens, which makes a lot of sense to me. Slurm
That's so good.
running around as a faker shaker. He finds a DD rune, plus 1200 damage. That's...
Oh my
Yep.
god.
Yep, nothing wrong
Oh, this is ridiculous. A 4-digit number? You don't see that a lot in Dota, honestly.
here. I saw a Morphling in a pro game the other day that their auto attacks was plus 780, or 1780, sorry. So they would morph to Earthshaker, come out plus 1780 damage. You know.
Slurp
good.
is just like, he's so dangerous right now. Like, if anyone shows, he can just head over that direction. Jeez, one shot's an ancient creep.
Yeah, very nice.
You could even put a mana cost on morphs. You can't just spam it back and forth.
I mean, I know I have a lot of ideas of what they're gonna do to
I imagine you do.
to fix this in the next patch. A lot of people were like, "Oh, we'll just change Earthshaker's enchant totem." It's like, no, Earthshaker's
I don't think it's
Aghanim's
Earthshaker.
is so good. It's the Morphling that's gonna be fixed.
Yeah. Oh, doesn't cancel the Fissure.
They're gonna remove that cast range most likely.
Boom. Yeah, okay, we caught a Wind Ranger. This is huge. No, we can't catch him.
Will-O-Wisp. Oh,
though.
the double.
Fantastic counter. Are we going to see Purdue
More
get out of
silence.
it?
He's
trapped
dead.
in the wards. Morphling drops. Shadow Shaman drops as well. Still fighting in the Will-O-Wisp. Magician X is in a serious amount of trouble.
he's-
This is a full duration Coddle ult.
He's probably
Maryland
dead.
Maryland's a dangerous team, Ricky, but they can't go hunting like this. Just
Okay,
going
nice.
out of position, leaving their teammates behind, going where they don't have vision. It's just, it doesn't matter how strong you are. That's just not smart Dota.
I will say this is on Slurm, 100%, not getting a BKB or a Manta. You're against a Silence and several stuns. Manta is the only reason he died. Like, if he has a Manta instead of a
Oh,
Dragon
Enigma's
Lance, he
dead.
doesn't die.
Enigma might be dead. Yep, on the high ground. Gets caught out. Oracle doesn't have his ult. Magician wants to go in. He's going to Echo Slam under tower. We have a buyback coming out from Shadow Shaman here. We might see Wind Ranger die. And again, overextension after overextension. A fight that was clean by Purdue turns into Lina and Wind Ranger dying. Potentially a Coddle as well. Magician X catches him in the trees.
Deserve nothing. Return 12.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of odd. You chase it onto their high ground for the Enigma, and they do force a buyback, but they didn't have much left to fight. I would much rather have just seen them take the kills they get Roshan, and then get ready to you know, go high ground or something. The thing is mistakes like that against this Morphling lineup are not... I mean, you can't make those mistakes. There's so
'cause it's
little
so
room
easy.
for error against this lineup.
Yeah, it's very easy for Morphling to just kill one of your players immediately. I mean, even without Earthshaker, Morphling can just blow someone up.
He does queue up the BKB as his next item, so I really do like that coming from the Morphling. Miharu has his BKB completed going for the Aghanim Scepter, which is fantastic. Really strong item. Let's see, the Axe almost has BKB as well. Now, let's see. Ina, or the Windy, did she finish hers? No, she's not going for
She just wants more damage. She wants to be able to lock down as well. Going for the
Radiant's
silence.
bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, both teams just trying to recover. Now the buyback was from a support, not the biggest deal.
Yeah, totally worth it. Great buyback, because he secures the kill onto the Lina.
The cast range increase is so funny.
On Shadow Shaman?
On
Oh, for Morphling? It's like 600, isn't it? Yeah, 600 bonus cast range. I do not get that. Fissure becomes a 1400 range stun.
Now that doesn't, yeah, that wouldn't stack if with the totem from Earthshaker, because obviously Morphling doesn't pick up the talent. The talent, not the totem, I'm saying.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, wait, it's already 1400, so it's a 2000... What? No way. Wait, or does he already have it? I don't understand. How much range does...
Global.
Yeah, it's literally a 2000... It's like screen wide. It's a 2000 range stun. What? Is it?
It's definitely...
It's definitely 600 bigger.
Yep, okay, well, Monkey King
Miharu
was
almost
not
gets
scouted.
caught. Oh my gosh.
They could catch him here. There's the Illuminate. They have no way to find him. All right,
Look at
Coddle
Earthshaker,
with the
though.
Mana Leak.
He's ready to go
Great
from the back end.
positioning. Could get scouted by a Monkey King. Earthshaker, he wants to go. He's pinging. He could go on this with the creep wave, too. They see him, though, I think. They see him. The creep wave. Yeah, okay. Shackle goes to a tree. They just need to find out where he is. Monkey King's giving vision. They see him. They have to know Monkey King's
no,
here.
the
There's the
Will-O-Wisp
Will-O-Wisp again. And the call, though, fantastic. Right on top of the Morphling, right on top of the Enigma. Black Hole comes out with the BKB. It looks like Purdue may be in trouble, but with all the ults falling, everyone who's in the battle zone is in trouble. First one to fall is going to be Lina. Second one be Enigma, but he gets his ult off. A BKB'd Monkey King is chasing Maryland out, followed up by his team. Axe wants to go, but I think Purdue's going to back off.
That fight would have been an absolute disaster for Maryland if Monkey King gets his spells off.
Yes.
Because if he Wukong's commands and drops Boundless Strike, he hits like a 3-man Boundless Strike into a call, and then the fight's over. Purdue just wins.
Look at how he built, too, with the Diffusal Blade Echo Saber. He's going to crush everyone who stands in his Wukong's command.
Oh my gosh. That has got... If Maryland has got to be kicking themselves for that one. That's such a big mistake to make at this point.
His trees have only been broken by his teammates.
I think Purdue's going to go into the Roche pit. Dyer, I have no idea that this is happening, but I don't know how you do this without the Aghanims of Monkey King. That's the only way you do it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So, waveform attacks targets. I guess is that gonna stack with the enchant totem?
I don't think so. It's just really good for wave clear. You literally just press W or press waveform over a creep wave and it one-shots all the creeps.
Because I imagine you could use the enchant totem, not attack, and then do the waveform, and it would probably benefit from your damage.
I think it only hits the first target.
Oh. Okay.
I don't think it counts for all of them. I'm sure that there's no way that's in the game. Like, Morphling, as broken as he is, I don't think that one is in the game.
Yeah, that might be too much. God, look at the range.
Yeah, all of his spells are screen wide.
It is kind of a crazy interaction, yeah. Alright. Well, Axe and Coddle preparing the defense. Illuminate is a great spell for this.
And Coddle farming. Well, Rude's up
BKB
35
for Morph
minutes.
coming out.
Is he out now?
He's coming out right now in the courier.
Okay, that's a big item for him. Coddle picks up a gem. BKB finished on Windy. Okay, should he go back for it? I was considering... I was thinking about what her build was going to be. I was hoping she'd pick up a BKB. I like that a lot. Ina has Aghanim Scepter. I think it's on Courier. Yeah. Oh, there's 2 Aghanim Scepters on Courier. So that's Monkey King's and hers. This is a good timing for Purdue, for sure.
Are they going to take the gem, too?
Yeah. They want to fight right now. They should smoke up. I imagine
Definitely.
they will. Well, they don't have any smokes.
Everyone group up. Wait a second.
They're like, guys. All right, there it goes.
Oh, there it is.
Lina had to pull it out of the backpack.
Now, is Slurm's going to get caught out by himself, or is teammates going to get there? Magician X sitting
Slurm
top.
has BKB, and he's going to walk right into this.
He pops the smoke. BKB. Oh, no. He goes for the strength morph, doesn't get the BKB.
Oh,
he's getting locked down, and
that's a
he
huge
is
kill.
killed. That is
80 seconds. I think you can go Roshan right now, even though they have like this Enigma Earthshaker. I think you're strong enough to go into the Roche, but they may just decide to try and push bottom. Main reason, Monkey King's Aghanim Scepter owns Roshan.
You deserve nothing.
I think with Windy, they should be able to kill it with her Focus Fire as well.
Thought about killing Earthshaker. 2 heroes rotating top. Earthshaker hasted. Gonna go and scout around.
So Windy does have the invisibility. I don't know why she hasn't picked up an Aghanim Scepter quite yet. But she is just itemizing for straight damage, which I guess against this Morphling has been working out pretty well. Bottom tier 2 gonna fall here. We'll forward it. That's actually not the smartest fort.
Invis Shaker, he's right on top of him. Finds the Monkey King, but Axe is there to follow it up. He gets the BKB, it's gonna go through. Shackle on Monkey King is slowing him down.
He's shackled
turns to his
forever.
initial target. Even Echo slams to make sure he gets that kill. It's worth it. He's the highest net worth. Are we going to see a catch? Yes, we are. Black Hole does not let Wind Ranger get away, even if she's invisible. Follow it up with the BKB. I don't think they have anything to stop her. They need a God Fisher here to lock her in.
You should just
She's
TP
running
immediately. I don't know why
2
she didn't
seconds.
just TP.
Goes invis. Well, let's see
she's fine
if...
still.
Yeah.
Okay, she's good. So that was an odd decision. They pushed bottom, and both Coddle and Lina are top. So I don't understand that one entirely.
Well, Axe was scouting, but Earthshaker just walked by him in Viz. I think maybe they thought scouting Axe would be enough, but it was a deep push by them.
Yeah, I mean, Shaman, as we saw, that shackle duration now 7 seconds. Yeah, 7.5 second duration just on the Monkey King. Has the BKB as well, so there's no interrupting it. Unless Axe gets the call on him.
Magician X scouts Coddle briefly topside. We're just going back to do some farming. Now Morphling has recovered a bit, 4th on net worth though. Expecting him to be higher, he's bringing it back.
I wouldn't say
Monkey
Tanic
King.
next. I don't think he necessarily needs that. I'd like him to just go like E-Blade, honestly.
Yeah, I would like that too. Maybe he wants some status resistance for the call and for the shackle.
There is also the pure damage Laguna to think about as well. I keep forgetting about that.
Yep, and the Satanic is a guaranteed full health with her Shaker.
Yeah, your first auto attack back is like 1800 health.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they will smoke up. Ready to go.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant scan at the Roche pit. They don't find it.
Both Earthshaker and Slurm revealed mid though.
Yeah, that's a little odd. I thought the same thing. They just smoke up on the side of Purdue. No, they are chasing.
Okay. Things are coming
Haru
up. Monkey
walks
King's
right
been found.
into
Monkey
him.
King's been
Pops
found.
BKB.
Pops the BKB. Axe gets the call. Are we going to see the Wukong's command? They found Slurm. They give him a Laguna, but Oracle's doing his best to keep him alive. On the Will-O-Wisp too, all the ults have been expended. However, every player is still standing. Massive
Look at the
shackle on Monkey
shackles.
King is keeping him out of the fight. Wind Ranger trying to deal with Shadow Shaman, but Earthshaker stops that, and then Axe stops that in return. Wind Ranger's BKB is popped, and they are on pursuit. Warfling is dead again, Ricky. Shadow Shaman has died too. Slurms just cannot get a break. He's set up to do the combo every time, and instead of pulling it off, he just dies.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the BKB off, but he's just stuck inside. Or he gets false promise initially, but he was stuck inside the Wukong's command for so long, where there's this Aghanim Scepter, the Lina, the Wind Ranger, all of them just beating into him for so long. Here they will come out, get the Roshan finally. Signy,
Huge Roche, double damage.
I think you give it to the Windy, do you not? You're gonna give it to the Monkey King. Okay. I mean,
Ricky, I'm
is looking really good
underwhelmed
for
so
Purdue.
far by Morphling. I was expecting a lot more out of him, but since the combo has been established in the game, I've just seen Morphling die, and Morphling die, and Morphling die, and Morphling die over and over and over again, failing to execute the combo that is essentially just an auto attack.
yeah, I guess I cursed them when I said, it's the the easiest thing in the world for them to do, but they are not able to come through here.
Nope. Axe misses the blink, goes straight for the call. Little misclick.
Midnight Pulse. There you go. Magician X does cut the mid lane, so these catapults are the only thing left.
Great play from Magician X.
keeping in,
Slurms
Oh my
again
gosh,
is caught out. I do not think will survive this. He does have a shrine. No. And he is racking
go
up
high
death
ground,
after
100%.
death.
Dire's bottom shrine is under attack.
You've got to escort this mid wave into the high ground. You cannot let that wave die.
There's two Enigma
Top
Eidolons that are
lane,
hopefully
Magician
gonna
X
do
finds
something.
Monkey King. That's just the Aegis, but commits the Echo for
Great.
it.
Magician X is fighting tooth and nail to keep his team in this game after they are losing their carry.
Yeah, he's gonna have the Enchant Totem cooldown here pretty soon as well.
You know, the star of the combo
Ooh,
is supposed
in
to be
jungle. Yeah, they
the...
found Axe. Sneaky Black Holes.
Hey,
Yeah,
they're going to
good.
commit the black hole, and I think that's completely correct. Magician X again shows up, always in the right position, takes out the Axe, getting very close to 25. He might even try and turn this with the Glimmer Cape. No, he's thinking about it.
It's just so weird. Purdue has this like one hero advantage, and they're split pushing instead of like trying to run these creeps into the base. I mean, you could send. Does anyone have boots? Lina has boots of travel. You just send Lina top. She, throws a couple spells at the wave, and then just boots of travels back to the mid lane. I mean, that's how you deal with that. You don't send Monkey King all the way over there. It's so bizarre to me.
Magician X agrees. He identified an issue, and he dealt with it.
Yeah.
I was going to mention, Morphling's supposed to be the MVP in this combination, but Ricky, there's no argument Magician X is the MVP for Maryland.
Yeah, he's crushing this game. Gets a Daedalus delivered as of right now.
That's hilarious.
So I don't
You know
know
what,
if it's the best item, honestly,
No.
but it will give them a lot of damage. And with how he's been playing, I guess he really is the primary damage dealer for Maryland at this point.
the big damage item for Earthshaker is actually surprisingly enough heart, because
Yeah,
it's just flat
just pure
strength that gets
strength.
modified. Yeah. Also lets you play. It would be great with how Magician X is playing, very in your face,
I think if
and
he has
also easy
heart,
to
I don't
escape.
know if he actually dies.
And well, yeah, because it's so easy to get away and just regenerate back up if he has a heart too.
Yeah.
But Daedalus, you obviously know what he wants to do and get those big red numbers, 2 of them in a row on the
Yeah,
ancient.
you see that?
Yep.
He just collect a creep for 1,000 damage.
Is under attack. Radiant's bottom
All right,
tower
Slurm
is
Creep
falling.
claims bot tier 2.
Dire's top shrine
I mean,
is under
Maryland's just
attack.
hitting to push bottom for free.
Slurm on the high ground, standing on a creep wave. The wards are out. Fortification comes. Slurm needs to watch the call.
Yeah, he'll be careful. He has Oracle behind him this time.
Oh, there's a
beautiful shackle,
fantastic shackle. Are they going to be able to follow it up? Will-O-Wisp is out. This might be an overextension from Purdue. If they can't catch Slurms, if he makes it out, well, here's Oracle save on the backside. Monkey King tries to come in, but Magician X, once again, like magic, catches him. Now, Magician X is in trouble, giving his life to save the Morphling. Let's see if Slurm can make it worthwhile.
Signy has BKB available. He will just BKB and TP instead.
TP, call. They got the call.
Oh, no. Maryland is just crumbling.
They really are. 2 players die to keep Slurm up, and Slurm nearly dies trying to fight creeps.
Boundless strike,
Possibly
call.
does die trying to fight creeps after 2 heroes give their life to keep him alive. Ricky, he doesn't have buyback. All 3 cores are dead.
Ping mid and walk down the lane. Like you have to force the buybacks on this Earthshaker or Enigma. If you don't, you end the game. The Aghanim Scepter from Monkey King will take this Rox in no time.
Dire's middle barracks are
And
under
Purdue putting it together. All 5 heroes march onto the high ground. They're on their back foot here, down a game, but up the high ground, it looks like Maryland is not going to have what it takes to stop them.
There they are. The buybacks, they get them both.
Buybacks come out. We need Magician X to pull his magic one more time. Keep them in the game. Give him another chance or lose it all here. Positioning, look at this. Monkey Kings is playing up. Wind Ranger's playing up. Trying to buy some time. Shadow Shaman. I did hear a BKB. Shadow Shaman catches the Monkey, but Axe is going to catch Signy. They're going to drop him right away. No, thank God Oracle's there. Hits a huge black hole on the back line. Magician X buying time. Fighting 3 heroes. Keeping them distracted, but Monkey King and Axe are in great shape. They're really not
They
too
both got
great right
BKB
now.
off before the black hole.
Many spells were used, but no one was really killed. Morphling, 19 seconds till he's back up, and I think Purdue's going to be able to take this lane and back out.
Echo.
A second shackle. There's the Echo Slam, but Axe is still alive. Oracle doesn't have his ult to save Magician X. Magician X doesn't have buyback. Trying to stay alive. He gets chopped. Out for 2 minutes. This may be the end for Maryland after some sloppy play with a strong start.
Gets sniped, so Oracle gets him.
Monkey King drops. Okay. Now, Morphling is showing up. He doesn't have an Earthshaker. He has to play just his hero. Let's see what he can accomplish with it.
Every coin
Oh.
helps.
They
Nina
lose
was
2
cleaned
lanes
up
of
by his
racks, and you do get 2 kills at least. So there's like a little bit of recovery there, but honestly, this is looking really bad for Maryland. I don't see how they come back at this point. 18,000 gold advantage for the Radiant. I mean, I guess you always have this Enigma BKB black hole, and he's going for refresher, and that is at no matter what at any point in the game.
It is
that
a win condition.
That is a win condition. So
Especially when there's really only one, arguably one objective left for Purdue, they're going to have to group up around it.
the thing is heroes have just been getting picked off, and so if Maryland if they get like picked off, like looking at buyback status, both Enigma and Earthshakers are on cooldown for 6 minutes, so that's a window for Purdue to try and end this game. If they get Earthshaker, for instance, just Earthshaker,
Yeah.
that's essentially taking out 2 heroes because Morphling can't morph, right?
Earthshaker's the glue that's keeping Maryland together.
Yeah, well, it also makes it so Morphling can't be Earthshaker. So
Yes.
it's a huge deal. He'd be out of the game for 2 minutes, and you just have this big window.
It's just an Aghanim's Dragonlance BKB Morphling. Morphling is playing like he is farmed out of his mind, like he's some sort of god, but in reality, he's just overextending and dying by himself.
Yeah, I mean, they just have a lot of catch on Purdue. So it's surprising to me like how well
Fantastic
they're
control.
doing this.
And
The Spirit
coordination.
Vessels have been on point from Keeper of the Light. He has an Aghanim Scepter in his backpack. What does Ags do again? Oh yeah, it's the heal from Illuminate. Okay.
Interesting. And then now, is it only during the daytime now? During the day.
Yeah, during the day.
What the heck? How strange is that without spirit form? I thought they would have removed that when they got rid of spirit form. Interesting. We'll see what they do. I mean, that's like the 5-man push strategy because it heals your creeps too, pretty much full with how hard Illuminate's hitting. And he can just drop it on a black hole. Yeah, he can drop it on a call. I like it. Double damage picked up by Slurm. This is his chance. Well, Monkey King commits. Magician X on him. The Will-O-Wisp comes out. We're going to have Signy drop first. That's 110 seconds. No buyback. Morphling with double damage. No, dodges the call. Turns into Wind Ranger. Turns back into Morphling. Here we go. A Shackle Ward Trap. Double damage on Morphling, but he's caught out. On the side, Monkey King's going to take out the Shadow Shaman, and we're going to have a fantastic call. It's just art watching this Axe catch Morphling again and again, and here he goes. Is he going to make it 3 times in one bite?
He'll be fine, yeah. He has the Axe Wind Ranger, so he has
but look at that. He catches the Oracle, Ricky. He is unstoppable.
Oh, that was a lot of damage.
The switch from Oscillation from support to offlane is doing wonders for Purdue, and now they're in a position to take the final lane of Rax.
There's creeps that were been bottom. Oh, is he just going to get
Magician X caught it out. Oscillation again. He is a hunter, and I believe that's GG, Ricky.
That's got to be game. Purdue take it. Game 2. I mean, it has to be. 26,000 gold lead. Yeah, they call it.
GG is called, Ricky.
All right. Well, you know, I'm just an idiot, clearly.
No, you're not. Ricky, hear me out. We watched a game, hard-fought game by 2 talented teams. There was a Morphling and there was an Earthshaker, but there was no Morphling Earthshaker combination this game, and I think that was the flaw on Maryland. In addition, Purdue pulled it together over whatever they did in the break. They're a new team here. They are coordinated and they are owning.
Yeah, that was one heck of a play there by Purdue to just be able to come back and take the series like this, or set the series straight. We'll see. I mean, maybe they'll let them go for the first pick, Morph Earthshaker again, and I'm just really curious. I think Game 3's draft is going to be so much fun because I don't know exactly what these guys are gonna do, but
yeah, I
definitely
agree.
a much better draft from Purdue. I mean, just looking at the difference from Game 1 to this one, like they actually dealt with. Yeah, they looked at the enemy team's draft and was like, how do we deal with their timings? What can we do to enable our heroes? And then it's perfect. Like Windy, Axe, Keeper Light, Lena, all these guys making space for Monkey King in the like mid game. And going late, this hero just dishes out damage with that Aghanim Scepter, the Diffusal Echo. Like he is just crushing these enemy heroes. So I love it. I really like their change in pace here from Game 1.
Both drafts offered like some heroes that really require some finesse in your play. Both teams delivered, but boy, did Purdue deliver, claiming Game 2 and bring us to a Game 3, Ricky. Well, I think we should cut to a break, and then we'll be back for the last match of the series.
Absolutely. We'll see you on a little bit.
See you guys soon.
Okay, so this next track is a staple for when you're driving down the highway and you want to roll down the windows and just belt out some lyrics. This next track is Killing Giants featuring Richard Caddock by Puppet and Murtaugh. I won't let it go! Oh, yes, just so good. And be sure to stay tuned after the headbanging for our brand new track, Mark Twain.
not found, but I didn't realize. Like a giant standing in my way, leading me astray. Now it's time for me to rise. I knew I had to find myself. Turns out I'm on my own. I won't let it go. The fire burn that you pretend to know. The fire in my heart burns in your shadow. The silver light can begin to rust, and now I get who I can and cannot trust. I won't let it go.
This next song is called Mark Twain. It's one of the singles off our EP, Mostly We Grow Part 2, that took us out of our typical half an orange comfort zone. It's about feeling like you're dead inside and being buried alive. And for those of you asking what the title means, go read a book.
I can feel this tide choke my neck and I just wonder why I'm buried in a suit I'd never buy, a suit I'd never buy. Cufflinks on my wrist, I can't act surprised when the shovels hit dirt in the earth. Did they start to cry? Since I was 17, I've been looking for a place to make me be complete. I've been looking all alone out there for anything to make me feel alive, bring me back to life. Cufflinks on my wrist, I can't act surprised when the shovels hit dirt in the earth. Did they start to cry? Since I was 17, I've been looking for a place to make me be complete. I've been looking all alone out there for anything to make me feel alive, bring me back to life.
It's time for our community mashup. This week's edition was made by a fan who goes by the name Streak, who blended together Ghosted by Tales and Clouds by Lucid, and has appropriately dubbed it Ghost in the Clouds. Make sure you stick around after the mashup for brand new songs by Slumberjack, Tales, and Half an Orange, right here in just a few minutes.
Do you wanna be set free? Voices in the sound of the cracks are singing to me. Do you wanna be set free? If you come back looking for me, keep your eyes off the ground. Let me hear to take off for a drive. If you come back looking for me, if you come back looking for me, if you come back looking for me, all my senses told me it's the wrong way to go, but I don't know if it's worth it. Oh, it's always the wrong day to show, and I don't know. the time you did. You let it slip right through your fingertips, and I know, 'cause I've been there before, and it shows right down to my core. It's there for the taking. Hold my breath, tremble and shaking. No fear, like, 'cause I've been high 100 times, and all I find is who's the It holds me down. The doubt I had for all of it, I see it now. It's closer than it's ever been, but don't take long. It could be good this time. We're not too far gone. We haven't crossed the borderline. It's there for the taking. Hold my breath, tremble and shaking. No fear, like, 'cause I've been high 100 times, and all I found is crucified. 'Cause I've been high 100 times, and all I
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Sorry for the long intermission there. I'll take the blame on that one, but also lobby issues. A little bit of everything. How you doing, Carlo?
Well, I'm doing fantastic, Ricky. We're going into the third game. First time we made it to game 3 on stream.
I know.
Now,
they said it couldn't be done.
well, Purdue pulled it off. Recovering after a rough game 1, they got it together in game 2, and they're going to look to keep the momentum in game 3. Or potentially in Maryland was a fluke in game 2, and they're going to take that 2-1 win.
Yeah, who knows? It's honestly based on those two games. I don't think either team is like substantially outmatched. Honestly, I think
No, I agree.
game 2 was like a good indicator that I think both teams are matched up pretty evenly.
Mm-hmm. And both games have also demonstrated that how the importance of the draft in this series. The draft seems to be the decider for both game 1 and game 2. So let's see what we can take, what we can extrapolate.
Okay.
3.
One thing I will point out, they remove Axe here in the first phase.
Right, yeah, you have to. Oscillation is never playing that hero for the rest of the season after his performance tonight.
Now, what that does mean is UMD is probably still going to try the Shaker morph. So if you're Purdue, I think you ban Earthshaker. Well, they have first pick.
Okay.
They ban Void as well.
Now, if Purdue doesn't want Shaker morph, do they take the Lina again? It worked very well.
They could. Oh no! I mean, the Lina did own. I imagine you have to just pick the. There's so many good first pick
Lich
heroes.
Yeah, I guess they don't have the double though. What are your preferred first picks?
The thing is, it's usually the heroes like Faceless Void.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, if you can get like
Coddle, okay.
You go Coddle. Say if you can get a hero like Magnus, it's pretty good. They're gonna go to
Grimstroke
Lich again, so they're gonna do their same opener from game 1 that worked out really well.
Great opener. That's an easy combination for the most part.
Now this doesn't mean Morph Shaker's off the table, is the thing.
No, it does not.
So Purdue here gotta respond. They ran Rubik into this. It wasn't actually that bad, but they just got off to such a bad start because their lanes just rumbled.
And Rubik's not a damaging hero, just like Coddle's not really a high damage hero. Compared to Grimstroke Lich, they have some damage and they have some control. I think. Oh, well, let's see what we got. There's
They
the
go
Lina.
to
Okay, that's
Lina.
some damage and some control. Great pick.
So
And Vex did
both
an awesome
teams-
job with it. Or Vix, rather.
Yeah, both teams opting to pick their supports in the first phase, which is usually very rare.
Safe.
It's very rare because there's a lot of fantastic heroes you can open up with in the first phase that are flexible into this like core or support position. I think Lina being
10
one of them,
seconds remaining.
but it's kind of odd. You don't really see the support openers
5
anymore,
seconds
just
remaining.
because there's
Dire
so many
team
good off
ban.
lane heroes that you can pick.
Of course.
Radiant team ban.
No, the Wind Ranger.
Yeah,
The
they-
respect bands coming from Maryland is
Sinister
I think-
crushed on that hero.
yes, he did, and I think the CSL especially is a league where respect bans are high value because of the discrepancy not only between teams but between players on teams and players against each other in matches. So you want to ban out what the strengths of the other team
10 seconds
more so than you
remaining.
would normally.
So they ban Lifestealer. They probably will
5
ban Jug
seconds
here
remaining.
as well.
Yeah, I would
'Cause
imagine.
I would
yeah, 'cause
expect-
Jug can Will-O-Wisp. Kill
Yeah,
Will-O-Wisp.
Maryland will
Team
probably
pick.
they get Jug. They're gonna go Magnus again, most likely.
Radiant team pick.
Oh, they go
Ooh,
Centaur.
Centaur.
Okay.
I like that. That's a good pick.
Yeah. Yeah, Jug Lich, when that rework of Lich came out, ever since that combination was available, it's always been so strong, so
Mhm.
fine with them
And then-
removing it from the game.
I would like to see Magician X on Kunkka again as well with this lineup.
Yeah,
10
absolutely.
seconds remaining.
They might not need it because they have Centaur, and that's a decent amount of catch already, and they
5
may go for
seconds
something that
remaining.
he can play a little bit more aggressive, but Purdue here, they have some time to think. They could go the Monkey King again, which is not a bad hero against Centaur. Main reason being is you can dodge the hoof stomp with Guise or whatever, his disguise spell.
Yep. Is it Mischief, I think?
Yeah, Mischief, thank you. I was like, what is that thing called? And
But Stampede gets his whole team out of Wukong's command.
True. Keeper of the Light will keep them
Yeah,
there
that's
for
a combo.
moment, right? But yeah, you are correct, and Stampede is just so good at disengaging.
Well, we're thinking about it. We're going into reserve time. Both teams taking it very seriously.
I don't know.
Dire team pick.
it goes. I really like this pick.
Yeah, minus armor. Very strong hero, very aggressive.
Will Maryland want to pick something that works well with Lich's Frost Armor to play aggressive with in the bottom lane? And Slardar does not allow you to do that. So it is an interesting hero because I will say it is strong in the laning phase, but
10
overall
seconds
Slardar is
remaining.
really not good against Lich because Lich gives so much physical damage
5
resistance with
seconds
Frost
remaining.
Armor that Slardar's Corrosive Haze and stuff is all heavily mitigated. So it is kind of like a weird pick into Lich, I will say, but
Yeah,
they could run this safe lane into the Centaur, and I'd be okay with that, believe it or not.
might even be a comfort pick too. But yeah, Lina Slardar's easy combination.
Okay, UMD, trying to think what they want to pair. I imagine they'll keep the last pick for their mid lane, so we're going to see Gyrocopter. Okay.
I like
Fantastic pick.
Gyrocopter, but I'm concerned about the damage output from Slardar blinking in, followed up by Alina. I just feel like that could melt a Gyro, especially
Yeah.
with no real save yet.
I agree. I think this Slardar needs to move to safe lane. I know that's not your typical safe lane hero, but you can't play
10
Slardar in a
seconds
Gyro
remaining.
in the lane. It's not gonna. He'll never be able to get on top of the Gyro
5
because of
seconds
Lich,
remaining.
and he'll just get kited by Rocket Barrage and take so much damage. So I would like to see them. Well, because you have Lina LSA. That's hard. It's always really hard to think. I think it requires Maryland to make a mistake more than it requires Purdue to play the lane well.
Mhm.
So that's never a good scenario.
No, I agree.
Lich, I think, one of the strongest fives in the game currently.
Yeah, he has, especially once he has a mana pool and he can just keep hitting all of his spells on cooldown. You don't even have to cast your spells correctly to have a large impact in the fight.
Nope.
Now, Soulbind. Are we looking for any other
Guillotine.
combos? We have Homing Missile.
Yeah, they got the Monkey King.
There's the
I like
Monkey
it.
King.
I do like
Okay.
the pick. I think it's just solid.
It makes sense with the Coddle ult, and it gets countered with the Centaur ult, so they'll have to play around. Monkey King will have to play around both of those spells.
He can also just outrange Centaur, right? Like even though Centaur will get a lot of return stacks in this lane, he should just go Orb of Venom, and Blinding Light should give him more than
10
enough
seconds remaining.
space to get like stay away from the Centaur or
5
the
seconds
Inkswell
remaining.
combination, right? So if they get a Hoof Stomp into Inkswell coddled, we'll just Blinding Light them back, and Monkey King no problem should be able to just get away. So I really like Purdue's safe lane. It should do really well against this Centaur Grimstroke.
Radiant team
Yes.
ban.
I agree.
Storm Spirit ban.
Well, now we're seeing Purdue has a lot of lockdown too. It's something they lacked in game 1, and I'm really liking here for game 3.
They need a space maker again for this Monkey King. Last game, the reason it ended up panning out so well is this Slardar. Like this Slardar is going to fill essentially, that same role as their offlaner last game, but need another active mid laner.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
I mean, I still every time when it comes down to it, I just love
Radiant
Timbersaw as
team
your
pick.
space maker and making he like guarantees you have a presence in the mid game.
They could do it, like you said, Magician X. I mean, they banned the Tinker. I know, by the way, for the record, Maryland's are Tinker spammers. So they banned the Tinker, and Kunkka is still available. And you need to point out, they played it game 1. They played Earthshaker game 2
10
mid.
seconds remaining.
I would like to see
Timbersaw.
Magician X
Remaining.
Kunkka. If Magician X picks Kunkka, Maryland's draft is dangerous. It works well together. It has
lot of
fight.
damage.
It has utility. For Purdue, I'm not sure what I want to see. I mean, yeah, we want to see the space maker. You kind of want someone who can stay in the fight. Like Monkey King doesn't want to be the first one in for the most part until he's huge. Slaughter will blink in and hit all his buttons, but he's going to need someone else there to help him out. But also they want some range.
I would really like to. I think you're right on the Timbersaw pick. I think that could be really good. But yeah,
You're just guaranteed the mid game presence. He's got to be the strongest mid game hero in the game. If not, he's top 3.
Yeah, it forces a Spirit Vessel, and Centaur's not one who wants to build it. You have to go it on Grimstroke.
Dire team pick.
Okay, they take the Kunkka. Okay.
So I'm not against it, but I think Maryland here, if they don't pick Timbersaw, I am so confused. It is so good against all 3 of their cores.
It is actually, yeah.
Like,
good call. It doesn't really care about any of them.
Like Monkey King is always under the threat of losing his trees, right? But even during Wukong's command, you just Timber Chain out, not a big deal. He should bully Kunkka in the mid lane pretty hard. Slardar, even with Corrosive Haze, he's a natural
he doesn't
Lotus
care
Orb.
about.
Yeah, he builds Lotus Orb, first item, right? If you get a good start on Timbersaw, you go, Bracer, Mana Boots, disassemble into Lotus Orb, and you can have it at 12 and a half, 13 minutes. And the only thing that makes him squishy is at that point in the game, if you don't have reactive armor stacks, you have 0 armor, but you just have the plate mail instead, and then you can go from 15 armor up to 30 as opposed from 0 to 15. So
yeah,
I really like Timbersaw here. I think it's a fantastic pick.
And I mean, we'll see if there's a Kunkka player on Purdue. There likely is. He's most mid players. I think
most mid players have to play Kunkka right now. The hero's so busted. He's absolutely broken on Radiant too.
Why specifically on Radiant?
You can torrent stack Ancients.
I see. Oh, from the mid lane, yeah.
So it's little commitment, and then once you have level 7 and level 4 torrent or level 4 Tidebringer, you can just clear a 6 stacked Ancient camp, which no one had to commit to stack. It's pretty dumb.
Oh yeah, using that Z axis, easy to hit the stacks. My concern with the pickup is that it was more of a deny pick than a they're playing too much around Maryland, but we'll see. And there's the OD, which we talked about in game 1. So that offers a save. Holy, look at that Slardar.
He doesn't have the new Slardar set though. I have the new Slardar set from the the Dota Plus points with that new Immortal, and it looks so good.
Yeah. Magician X has no cosmetics on OD. Ricky, I'm worried.
I'm honestly fine with that because all of OD's cosmetics are complete trash other than
Yeah,
the
they're
one
like-
Immortal Wings.
they're like
His hero
so
sets look
basic.
so bad.
You might not
Every
even
set
know he
looks
had
bad.
something on.
He just looks so weird. Like they take his face and his head and they make him look so dumb.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the worst
Yeah.
part. He has like one cool staff, which is the Immortal Staff, and then he has the Immortal Wings, which look cool, but every other thing looks so bad. Well, UMD, Purdue, which draft do you like currently?
Honestly, Purdue. I think that OD's imprisonment is going to help both teams. It helps Lena, it potentially helps Slardar Monkey King, and it helps Kunkka set up combos. So it's not really the best save. I think that X Marks is going to mess up the Stampede. I think they're the only synergy that Grimstroke and Lich have are together. Like homing missiles there. Yeah, homing missiles pretty easy to pull off actually. But the ease of play, and also the Monkey King, the Coddle, and the Lena are already warmed up.
Yeah.
On these heroes. However, that being said, the same could be said about the Grimstroke Lich combination coming out from UMD. I'd give it slightly to Purdue, but these drafts are very close.
Yeah, I'd say they're pretty even. I agree.
Prepare for
The
battle.
Kunkka versus OD mid, honestly, it's not a matchup I've seen a ton. I have to imagine it's not that bad for OD since Magician X obviously picked it into the Kunkka. You can always astral him, but Kunkka is one of those heroes that just seems to not care at all. Like he just always ends up winning the mid lane because of Tidebringer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, focus.
Oh, look at this. Smoke popped. Supports know something's up. However, Maryland does not know that Coddle was followed by everyone. Well, now they know that Maryland was followed by everyone. I don't think we're going to see a kill here like we did the previous games.
Yeah, Monkey King has the Orb of Venom, but they're not falling for it twice. Slurm able to back out and get to the tier 2 tower. This guy is learning from his mistakes.
Yes, he is.
30 seconds to battle.
Well, let's see. Do we really want to introduce these teams again? I feel like we can.
Let's go over them quickly.
Sure. All right, I'll go over Purdue. We have Vix going to be on the Lena top lane, also being joined by Oscillation on the Slardar. Mid lane, Sinister, who had a fantastic game too, going to be on Kunkka. Bottom lane, we have Treehand on the Keeper of the Light, and Miharu will be on the Monkey King.
And let's take a look at what's going on happen on the bounties here. It looks like top lane homing missile at level 1 means that Vix is going to try and steal the bounty rune. Vix is going to succeed in stealing the bounty rune, but I think that Maryland might succeed in stealing his life. He has another LSA. He's going to go for it. It does connect on Gyrocopter. Dropping low. I don't think they're going to be able to get him.
Well, Oscillation went stun. I guess, yeah, against those teams, you're never going to get your Bash of the Deep, so. All right.
Yeah.
Vix will just
Double
base.
range doesn't go near
I'm
gyro.
okay with that. So 2 and 2 on the bounty runes. They did get them bottom. Yeah, they're able to get actually both bottom and then both top for Purdue. Okay.
And then just harass coming out in everyone's lane. Both teams are bloodthirsty after a 2-game series. They want to try and establish an early lead.
Centaur went for Hoof Stomp level 1, which I think might backfire here because normally you need the retaliate damage, but this, like I said, Blinding Light will just stop you from getting a follow-up stun with the Illuminate. Or I'm sorry, with the Inkswell.
Yeah,
Bottom lane should go pretty well for Monkey King. They're off to a really good start.
The level 1 Blinding Light does offer the counter play against Inkswell, which PA was lacking in the first game. Everyone's just farming away. Now, when level 2 is picked up top, I think Lich Gyrocopter might try and make a move. Definitely when level 3 is picked up.
Yeah, I don't think Slardar is going to have a very good game here at any point. Ooh,
I
bottom
love
lane.
the idea behind this hero, but it's going to struggle. Yeah, here we go. The Hoof Stomp comes out, but did that miss?
Yeah, Blinding Light. I missed.
Okay.
Yes.
And there we go. Boundless Strike, but both only level 1. I'm not sure. Grimstroke might drop here. Yes, they do. Tree Hard. Purdue doing it.
Yeah, the level 2 power spike for Monkey King. You gotta respect it. And now, as a result of that kill, almost level 3.
And then, so what are you going to go? Boundless Strike at level 2? Or do you go for another Jingu?
You go Jingu for another. You go another level of Jingu.
Yeah, another 30
Yeah,
damage.
you want to max out Jingu 100%.
Yeah, that makes
it
sense.
really, like, Boundless Strike, you only need like 2, maybe 3 points of, but you want to max out your W and E beforehand.
Radiant's middle tower
Well,
is under
mid lane,
attack.
going back and forth completely, even a 1. Oh. Did Outworld Devourer just double salve?
Did he really? Well,
There
I
were
know
3
Kunkka salved.
There were 3 salve sound effects mid lane.
Oh no.
So something fishy just happened. Uh-oh. Well, regardless, they're going to keep on playing.
Bottom lane, Hikaru might be in some
Again,
trouble here.
Signy's in trouble. He gets the Hoof Stomp, follow it up with an Inkswell, though. Perfect timing. It's actually Maharu who's going to drop.
8 retaliate stacks. He gets plenty of bonus damage from that. And true. The thing is Monkey King can't be playing that aggressive when your Keep the Light is not there. Like the chain stun combo between these two heroes is way too much. So it's just really bizarre to me that he would play that aggressively on the Centaur. He doesn't need to ever kill the Centaur as much as just keep him off the wave. And that's something that a lot of players don't really pay attention to too much, is the idea. It's like, oh, well, I have kill threat on this hero. It's like, that's not what matters as much as for Miharu at this point. If he just pushes Centaur off the wave and Centaur can never farm, then Centaur can't stop Miharu from farming, you know? Like, that's pretty much what it comes down to. Top lane, Slurm's actually in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, Slurm pursued the Lina with a homing missile, and Slardar took the opportunity to push, but Slardar's actually going to die for it.
Yeah, was off the
Oscillation
mark.
struggling.
They might get a
And
double
now
kill here. Rocket
Chelsea.
Barrage is no joke.
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is a new Slurm staying alive, just barely picking up 2 kills. Top lane going handily in Maryland's favor.
Well, Slurm will... I'd say he will have to salve, but no salve available quite yet. Gonna have to rely on Tangos.
Oh, Inkswell bottom lane is going to connect on 2, even with the blinding light. This is going to set up a hoof stomp potentially. No, not quite.
Top lane.
Again, behind tower. Now, this time we're going to see Purdue getting kills.
Oh, he's
maybe
under
we're
tower.
not. Oscillation drops.
Oh.
Slurm not going to die. No Dragon Slave to follow it up.
They have to... He's just got to drop this salve.
Kunkka's here. Kunkka's here. Guesses. Doesn't
This
guess
is
right.
really
Slurm
bad.
hiding in the
Sinister does
trees.
not get this kill.
Oh
which he's
my
not going
gosh. Yeah, this is not what you want to see from Kunkka. Spending a lot of time not in the lane. Vix can't even cut. Has to teleport back mid.
Alright, well, Maryland looking really good right now. This is a definite win in pretty much all. And almost all the lanes. Bottom lane, not going too bad. Centaur has 14 CS, but this is pretty much what we expected to happen in this lane. You can't win all 3 lanes, but they are winning 2.
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom tower is under attack.
And with bounty runes up, we're going to see Maryland collect.
They might actually get Centaur here. Can't, yeah, Keep the Light comes. Oh, Lift Stomp.
Boundless Strike with Jingu. I think they're going to have enough damage, but the Inkswell. Coddle needs to do some damage.
Get
Nope,
some
there it
great
is.
body blocks.
Long range smash.
Yeah, Tree Hand just trying to body block him off as long as possible.
It was just long enough. I was worried. Vix goes in. Aggressive LSAs, just like last time.
We'll say Slardar getting more farm than expected. I guess Slurm more afraid of this like Lina 4 position than he was last game. Like, or at least respecting it more.
Dire structures are fortified.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Oh, he has
attack.
no blinding light. He might actually
Raise
go down.
boots.
Ooh, barely gets out.
Ooh.
Yeah, if that hoof stomp connects, he dies.
Yeah, Coddle not known for his life pool. Lina's in position though to hit an LSA. Here we go, follow it up. Nope,
Not
not
gonna
on the
happen.
same page. Well, level 5 on Gyro. He's doing very well. Outworld Devourer is out CSing Kunkka now.
Yeah, by quite a bit. He been torn stacking? No, he is not. Top lane, Slurm. There's the bash.
There's a bash. There is the crush.
Yeah.
Ice Armor coming out. Homing Missile on Vix. It looks like we might see Maryland try and
They're gonna
push
turn this
Vix
real
as
fast.
Purdue dives deep. Taking a lot of damage from the Rocket Barrage, but turning it. Lina dies. Gyro is unable to stay alive.
That's worth for sure. In the
Definitely.
jungle here, Sinister, he gets caught. Astral should secure this. Yeah.
Great pickup on the mid player.
AD rotation with Grimstroke there. Pretty easy kill for them. Which, ooh, Signy bottom misses hoof stomp. I guess he's fast enough with phase boots. Is he actually fast enough with
Double
phase
damage
boots?
Grimstroke coming to help, but a big boundless strike here. Connects on 2. Inkswell is going to hit,
They
but
should get him.
Monkey King
He's
has
gonna get
enough
both.
damage. 1, 2. Blocked
phase
by
boots.
creeps. Jumps for it. Give him another hit. Mana leak. 3.
Gets him.
One more. Going deep under tower. Fairy Fire Wand. Blinding Light. Beat down.
He's gonna just TP Shrine, right? Oh, no
He just goes
Shrine
back to
available.
his
Never
lane.
mind.
OD
he's got
is coming
Boundless
bottom
Strike. He'll
though.
be fine.
OD walks into Alina. I don't know if anything's going to come of this because he has no teammates to back him up.
Yeah,
He
he's gonna
immediately
leave. He's
just
like, well,
goes, yeah.
my cover's been
That-
blown. I'm out.
Yeah, exactly.
Get a little bit of mana left from activating Equilibrium.
Likely a worthwhile rotation from Lina.
Yeah. All right. Purdue doing a little bit better. The lanes were off to a kind of a rough start, but kind of equalizing him. And really, I think the big winner is the Slardar. He's doing great
Yeah.
on farm. And Kunkka just kind of recovers no matter what.
Yeah, and that's big because Slardar wasn't going to get much out of this lane. So picking up a 500 gold kill on Gyrocopter, that's putting Slardar ahead. If Slardar can get his Blink Dagger early, that's huge for Purdue. But he's in a position where I think Maryland can delay his Blink Dagger for quite a while.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Actually, that kill actually puts Slardar ahead of Gyrocopter.
That is surprising. I guess he had to use a decent amount of regen. If you think about it, right? Like in the early lane, though, even though he did get that kill, he had to send out like a salve, an extra set of tangos. Like a lot of that gold that he got from those kills just went into sustaining the lane. But the big thing was the experience, right?
Yeah.
About a level in front of the Slardar. Slardar now level 6 though, so you gotta respect that corrosive haze.
Oh yeah, that's huge. Well, here we go. Call down. Ice Armor, Corrosive Haze. We have a Centaur Stampede because we're going under the tower's bottom.
Oh,
Grimstroke's gonna fall.
2000 range auto attack finds MS.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Top side, is Gyrocopter in trouble?
Be fine, I think.
No, he's okay. He's Lich helping him out.
Space. He needs to get. Yeah, I was like, he needs to get his boots.
Kunkka went to the jungle. He tried to stack the Ancients, but actually missed the timing.
Oh. Oof.
And this is leaving Outworld Devour to his own devices.
I mean, Odie's really farmed. Level 19, gonna have a Kaya triple null tally here around 10 minutes.
Huge. He's ready to rock. Okay, we
Top
have
lane.
Lina, Slardar. They can set this up. Ice Armor, but we're going to follow it up with a Crush LSA combo. Ice Armor's doing a great job keeping Gyrocopter alive, and now with Coco's Rum, boat misses on everyone. Gyro's getting chased down.
That's a great rotation.
That is a fantastic rotation. That's the kill they want to get. And it looks like we're going to see some tower damage come out because of it. However, Odie's pushing mid. Keeper's coming in. Can he stop this, though? He can slow it down.
He'll slow it down, and that's fine. Like, Magician X doesn't really care about getting the tower. He's not a hero that usually takes towers. So if he is winning the mid lane tower push as an OD, like, you're pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Now, Magician X going bottom again.
They saw him with the ward, so he's not...
Yeah.
There's no way that's gonna happen.
King is made aware.
They might turn this on... They have no one else coming, I suppose. They're trying to go top lane, and X Torrent finds Lich, couple auto... Okay. Wait a minute.
Is Oscillation in trouble? Man, the Rocket Barrage doing a ton of damage, but he turns LSA to follow it up. Gyro gets the attack off, but with Sinister here, it might be enough for a kill. Kunkka actually has no buttons to press. He has to hit the Blind Torrent, but instead, being chased by the Phantoms and Grace, hit up by the Inkswell, he might be in trouble. There's a homing missile coming right in. Slurm's going to turn this into another kill with Rocket Barrage maxed.
Yeah. It's funny, that Rocket Barrage is like, you can see how little damage it does because of those double bracers on Kunkka.
Ooh, under tower bottom. Signy? No, not in trouble.
Not going to go for it. I think that's the correct play. OD rotating over as well. If he gets caught there, it's a really big deal.
OD's coming in.
Are you going for a Midas, I guess? Only 20 gold off? Deny your catapult, dog. Do it. Buys the catapult.
Oh, OD catches him.
Right,
I don't think we're going to see.
Death. He just sanity eclipsed this guy.
Right, okay, drop it. Nope,
No, he
gets
doesn't
auto
need to.
attack.
I guess, yeah, triple null tie. I forget how much damage his Arcane Orb is right now. That's he at least buys his Midas before he dies, but now he doesn't get a chance to use it. So that's kind of an odd thing for him to do. He saw the OD rotate over. He made like a decision. He made the active decision to back off when he saw that, and then just thought he was safe in the center of the lane there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he just needed to give up a couple CS. He didn't want to.
Yeah, he just really wanted his Midas. You know, baited by the Midas.
It happens pretty much all the time.
What? You didn't Midas the catapult. What the heck?
What the heck?
Haru, what are you doing?
Also,
Always
can't
Midas
hit.
the catapult. So much experience.
When do you Midas a range creep, and when do you Midas a melee creep?
You pretty much always Midas the range creep.
What
Unless
about
you're
if
like
you're level 25?
Yeah, I was like, you only do if you're not trying to get experience. Like if you're trying to get an item timing before, you know, an XP timing, then sure. But
Yeah.
I don't
That's
understand.
rare.
Like you pretty much always Midas a catapult. That's value.
Is that one the best XP and gold?
I mean, you always get the same amount of gold, right? But
Oh,
it's-
right.
Like heroes do like 50% or 75% damage to catapults or something.
Yeah.
So
Dire's top tower has been denied.
clear it out right away and get yourself that extra experience.
Well, Storm gets to deny top. That's going to be our second tower to fall.
Getting pretty close to his Zags.
A
About
lot of towers dropping low.
1,700 off roughly. Smoked up in the mid lane. Kunkka have. Or he's going for the Shadow Blade. We saw that last game, the Kunkka built Shadow Blade. Minister.
Okay, really wants to hit an X mark. Can't
Not
quite get
fast
enraged.
enough.
There's a
Oh,
soul bind
baby, here's
and
the
a Phantom's
combo.
Embrace. Great Coddle ult into a boat, though. Now, all the ults are coming out. The Chain Frost doing damage, but not dropping anyone. First one to fall is actually going to be the Lich. He goes invisible.
That's
but
the
with
Blink
the
reveal.
Blink reveal, Corrosive Haze, not much you can do.
It's really bizarre. I guess OD didn't want to go into the Will-O-Wisp. I feel like the 3 range heroes there could have just killed it in like one, you know, tick and then just gone to play the aggressive play there.
Someone needed to make the call.
Yeah, it's all right. Ends up being a good trade for Purdue. They, you know, reveal the blink on Slardar, find a kill, go back to farming.
They would have liked a better kill, but they're happy to have a kill. Better than nothing.
Exactly.
Double damage.
Slardar returns top. OD goes bottom. Mid towers are where the conflict is. Both very low. Coddle and Grimstroke good at pushing out waves,
Radiant
but
structures
Purdue's putting the
are
pressure up.
fortified.
There's the forts in the mid
Dire's
wave.
structures are fortified.
Uh-oh, Grimstroke
Should
wants
be
to
able to
deny.
get
He's
this
making
tower.
it
I
obvious.
mean, they should be able to get.
Oh, Kunkka gets the X mark too.
Yeah. Nice
Immediate
play there from
outburst.
MS to Phantom's Embrace him, because it kind of just forces him to activate the X right away rather than trying to time it. He doesn't have a choice.
Yep. Very well done. I was sure he was going to die.
15-minute runes, and it looks like going to favor Maryland as they get 3. Smoke up here. This is a great play. Right under a ward, though.
Radiant are scanning.
So that is really confusing. Their medium camp there just didn't respawn at the 15-minute mark. And for some reason they didn't notice that, and so they just see the smoke.
Well, they're sneaking around. Good play, but they can't find anybody.
And Maryland's going to look for the Monkey King in the jungle. They know he's got to be here farming.
Maryland or just Magician by himself. He's looking to kill. He wants to have his blink reveal.
I guess I'm here somewhere. He knows he's at this hard camp. You will find him.
Oh, look at that. How convenient.
Yeah, that's a kill for sure.
Walks away with his sunglasses on. Has to double check though. Yep, okay, good.
Like, what if he... It's like, what if he doesn't die?
Immediately mischiefs and doesn't take damage.
That'd be interesting.
Alright, he's gonna take his creeps too.
Now, you saw the 4-hero smoke rotate to the top lane. That's like a real good sign for Maryland. They're just like, all right, we'll go into their jungle, see if we find anything. Really smart play there from Magician X.
Radiant's bottom
Yep, playing the
tower
map,
is
playing
under
Dota.
attack.
Slurm, about 500 gold off his Aghanim Scepter. Getting really close.
Vic shows bottom, misses the LSA, but still tries to pursue. So we're gonna have a Stampede come out. While the X hits, pulling Centaur back, keeping Lina alive. They're fighting under tower. Monkey King's here, double bound the strike. On top of that, we have the Kunkka. On the backside, however, Coddle drops after using Will-O-Wisp.
Magician X,
Signy's
there it
still
is.
hiding.
Oh my gosh.
In greedy for a kill on the Centaur. 4 players die for nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
massively favoring Maryland.
On the back end of that fight, Magician X was just building up these Arcane Orb stacks and then just blinks over, drops Sanity's Eclipse, and immediately kills all 3 of them. Just like they all pop in no time at all. And then Kunkka just stuck there by himself. Yeah, Magician X is playing super well. 10,000 net worth now, 17 minutes in the game. He is extremely farmed. Going to be going for the BKB, which I think is absolutely correct. He wants to continue playing aggressive. Has the Kaya Yasha now. Yeah, oh my god, this guy's so farmed. Kaya Yasha is so good. It goes from, isn't it like originally 8% mana? Doesn't it just double the mana loss reduction and spell amp? It goes from like 8 and 6 to 16 and 12.
I feel like I was mad. I'm mad with how good Kaya Yasha is because like I always felt like Sanj and Yasha should be like the OG original combo, and it's like I think that's like the worst one.
Sanj and Yasha just never gets picked anymore because Halberd is so good. I think in this current meta, like everyone who builds a Sanj just wants the Halberd, and most heroes that go Kaya kind of just benefit from that movement speed anyway. They saw OD momentarily with this ward, so they know he's down here.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Question is he fast enough to get out? He will scout him on the wave, and he's going to blink TP immediately. All right, Ag's completed on Slurm. He's just waiting for it to get out on the Courier.
And then he's going for the Maelstrom. Get a lot of damage out of that. What's after that, BKB? For Gyro?
Probably Maelstrom.
Yeah.
I don't think it
after
needs
the
BKB
Maelstrom.
quite yet. Yeah, then BKB. Always third item. It's just basically Ag's Maelstrom, BKB, Satanic, like almost every game. Or Butterfly Satanic, but Satanic seems pretty darn good this game.
Okay, well Signy's doing a great job keeping the bottom lane pressured. And Maryland just seems happy to farm. They're getting items and they want to get another set before they make a move.
Sinister is really underfarmed on this Kunkka compared to how we normally see Kunkkas go. So he does have the Shadow Blade, going to go for the Halberd, which I mean, makes perfect sense. You need to be able to stop OD. They will just need like BKBs at some point on all of their cores if they want to stand any chance of going into the late game on this guy. Magician X invis up, but he's going to see Kunkka walk under the sentry.
What the heck is going on here?
They know he's here. They just have a sentry. He does on Lich.
Yup, they find him. OD.
Wait.
Did OD capture himself
He
by
actually
accident?
himself.
Oh, Will-O-Wisp is expended.
I'm a little confused. I thought for sure they could have just like killed the Kunkka in like 3 seconds.
I think OD maybe knew something was going to happen and he wanted to make sure he got a safe blink, or maybe it was a misclick. I'm not sure what was going through his head there, but buttons were pressed, but no kills. All 3 games.
Lose their ward sentry there for that. They still have the ward on the medium camp, a second ward on the medium camp. They scan up there, they know they're all there. They're smoked up. They could go for this. I think they should. See the Lina.
How's this one gonna start? They want something more, but they'll take what they can get. Grimstroke finds the Lina. They have to go now. Sinister Gaze. OD is gonna drop him. He needed that third auto attack. Centaur will finish him off.
He just literally runs her over.
Yep.
All right. The rest of Purdue just gonna back off. Let that one happen. So you tank the gank for him. They're not done though. Magician X going into the jungle here. They want to find more, and almost catches Oscillation.
Gives him the tip.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, back to the pressure though. Illuminate will slow him down, but not even really that much. Top lane's getting picked.
Yeah, they want to get these towers.
Embarrassed by last game's loss, they're playing a very safe Dota.
I agree. I mean, Magician X is just the powerhouse of this map right now, so you got to be very careful. They do see him here, and Kunkka is available. Can go for the X boat play. Magician X is dead.
Yep. Caught out boat. Wukong's command. He astrals. He does not have a blink. He is done. 6 kill streak. Trading for Oh, potentially a tier 1 tower, although Purdue could try and make a play.
He had to astral himself first and then go for a blink afterward. There's no way you get out if you don't have like blinking that early. It was just a mistake, so I don't think he'll make that mistake again.
Yeah, as soon as the blink went out, there was nothing.
Bottom lane,
All
tier
right.
1 under siege. Here's Slurm. They're TPing in.
Hey, caught by the soul bind, doing as much damage as he can. We're gonna see.
Immediately, the missile's gonna kill
King
Vix.
and Kunkka drop. Boom.
Bonk indeed. That was not even the Lich combo. That was just Grimstroke, Centaur, and Slurm. Like Slurm just sitting there chewing through them, putting so much damage out. Like, look at the damage charts. 3,800.
Wow. He's the only one there.
Yeah.
Yep.
He just was able to stand on them. They're just tanking the Rocket Barrage, the Aghanim Scepter, the Maelstroms, and the Call Down. Just so much damage coming from this Gyrocopter.
Yeah, the Maelstrom is a great pickup, especially after the Aghanims.
Alright, and now Maryland, I don't think they need to stop that. I think they can keep going.
The only thing they would stop is to defend. They're going to push the lanes in. Oh, they'll go collect the creeps mid too. Make sure they're pressuring every lane.
They have minus armor for Roshan this game? That is the real question. I don't think they do again.
Again.
Yeah.
Maybe they can scare Purdue away after Slardar hazes it.
Purdue should try and like make a smoke play to Roche with the help of Slardar. They can take it very quickly. Like Lina and Slardar, Kunkka, all of them have plenty of stuns, so they should be able to clean it up. He has a level 2 haze now. I'd like to see that, just try and smoke it underneath their nose.
Yeah, I think like with Slardar on your team, you always have the ability to make that play. And Maryland hasn't been expecting it. I don't believe they've checked Roche once. But I guess Purdue's always been showing as well. Things coming out. They want to get the final tier 2. Maryland moves to the top lane.
Alright, Sinister almost has a Halberd. Well, I say almost. He has Sange, so it's pretty far from the Halberd, really. Niharu about to have his Diffusal. So we saw last game how much more damage he does once he has his Diffusal. Well, if he gets this last hit, he has it. Alright, there you go. Grabs the Diffusal. Tier 2 falls top lane. Slurm gonna go for the Satanic instead of going for the BKB. I think that's fine. I mean, with how much he's been able to just survive in these fights, I think even with just Satanic, might be enough.
Yeah, I think that's like BKB is gonna do what? It's gonna stop X. It's gonna stop Kunkka. It's gonna stop Lina. It's gonna stop Caudle. I guess.
TD for Roche. They might actually be able to do this. They take it not super quick, but the Ag Scepter and Rocket Barrage of the Gyro will be enough.
Not the best Roche, but it is a Roche.
Where is he getting lifesteal from? Did it look like Slurm was getting lifesteal? Oh, he has a Mask of Death. It's like, why is Slurm getting health back? Alright, there's the Roshan. 25-minute timing as well, so they are just going to converge up top. Or run right by the bounty rune instead of picking it up. That's fine.
There we go. Nope,
Magician X
doesn't care.
Please.
Oh, he's seeing someone's come for him, maybe?
There we go. Okay. Well, Oscillation manages to get both of the bounty runes bottom, so not the end of the world for them. Getting pretty close to his BKB as well. This is definitely Maryland's timing. If they can go high ground before this Monkey King gets BKB, it's a big deal. Same with Kunkka as well. Like if they can go high ground before these BKBs come out, they should be able to end the game.
Yeah, and Maryland playing it smart, making sure all lanes are pressed in. Purdue, nowhere safe for them to be, but grouped up on their high ground.
I don't know what this courier is doing right now. Going to the other secret shop. They want it. It's just juking in the trees.
1 HP, but I think it's gonna be safe.
Oh, courier survives. Still gonna try and make its way to the secret shop.
With 1 hit. Okay. Fly it through the creep wave, baby.
How many times have we seen couriers get killed by creep waves in CSL?
Oh god. More than by players.
Yeah, more probably. All right, Satanic finished on Slurm. BKB finished on Magician X.
This might be the time.
You have to go high ground here. All the waves are pushed in. You gotta smoke up and just go onto the high ground. This is what you gotta do. There's no more waiting around. There may not be a blink on the Centaur, but he has this Crimson Guard pipe. More than enough sustain to deal with the side of Purdue, and here we go.
Well, Signy leads the charge. Fortification and pipe coming out. Both teams trying to get rid of the creeps and keep them alive. The Fortification obviously going to win this one. We have a bow, we have an Illuminate, but Signy sitting at half HP. Slurm sitting at full HP. Tower dropping quite low.
Great Astral.
Keeping him safe, keeping him safe. Slurm's going to go
You
right
just
back
sit
in.
behind him and let him keep cleaving down that tower.
Once the tower drops, shrines are available, and we may see Maryland back up. Again, they're going on Signy. This time they actually are dropping quite low. He gets saved by the Astral. Now we have Gyrocopter coming in with the Aegis on top of the Will-O-Wisp, dropping it to half health. One more hit, they get it. Okay, Monkey King is also a little bit late, but it is going to repel Maryland. No one has dropped yet.
This is just the Aegis, and they're not even going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get the tier 3 though. It gets low, but they don't actually secure the tier 3. I would like them to just TP to the shrine on whoever needs health and mana and just go right back down the lane.
You may also find, oh, it was a regen, just changed to a haste.
I guess Slurm's gonna have Satanic in a second.
Monkey?
They see him with the ward.
Yeah, they're just gonna leave it. Yeah, okay, all the lanes getting pushed in. Monkey King wants the bounties, but he might lose a tier 3 for it.
Okay, yeah, Gyro Satanic. Okay, I was like, he can just Satanic for help.
Goes high ground. Blinded. Still wants the tower. He's taking a lot of damage holding the Aegis. Now the tower goes down. Next up, he's going to go for the racks. His team's going to follow him in. Signy stays on the high ground with him. Very tanky, especially with both Pipe and Crimson Guard.
Oh, they have the combination.
Gold
Focus, trying to get in range.
Phantom's Embrace, follow it up with a double call down. Slurm and his team are ready to engage. Magician X debuts Insanity's Eclipse, and Purdue is eliminated. 2 buybacks, make that 3 buybacks in an attempt to defend their bottom racks. Only one stands at half HP. Maryland making a slick escape, dropping the racks.
They're not done.
Slurm with the
They
Aegis.
haven't lost anything.
Yeah, they're going to stay up. Okay, Aegis drops. They still want to get Slurm. Remember,
Magician
he has
X
the Aegis,
has BKB.
though.
Off Satanic. Gonna get all his health back. The thing is, Magician X got his 2 times multiplier on the Sanity's Eclipse at level 20. So he, that's a, I guess, well, Signy might be in trouble. I think he might be.
He's buying his team a lot of space, though, while they pick away at the tower.
Yeah, this looks pretty difficult for Purdue. They're unable, like, as soon as his Aegis gets reclaimed, he should get all his health back, but I don't even think, I don't know how you kill anyone on the side of Maryland. They're so tanky. Signy goes in with a stomp.
Aegis is still up. Satanic's up in 3. Slurm just hitting towers. All right. X mark maybe on the gyro. Counter initiation. Going on Signy again, the tankiest hero on the map. There we go. Call down's back up. Will-O-Wisp is 2. Not even able to kill a Grimstone. Charging after the call down. Maryland starts to roll over Purdue. Bottle, Lena, and Slardar drop. Gyro goes straight to the base. Doesn't even worry about Sinister on the low ground. And Ricky, that is GG. In a convincing fashion, Maryland take the 3rd game, winning the series 2-1 over Purdue.
What a series. That was pretty nuts.
That was wild.
I mean, this game, it looked like it was going in Maryland's favor for a while. And a lot of that just comes down to that mid lane. Magician X just doing so well. And then as soon as they get that Gyro Aghanim Scepter and you just sit behind them with that Satanic, I don't know how you commit onto any of them, because you have that Grimstroke Ags or the Grimstroke Lich combination, and then you have just an OD who can just blink forward and obliterate your team. So very well played.
That was just a smart game. That was different Maryland than we saw in game 1 and especially in game 2. That's a Maryland that deserves to be in a group named the Group of Death.
Yeah. I agree. Do you know, do you have any like final thoughts on the game?
I'm honestly, I think the most impressive thing we saw all night was the change of pace from Maryland in game 2 to game 3. They honestly, they just played real Dota. They played smart Dota. They played the map. They played their heroes. They played their roles. They made calls that were logical and not greedy or just like fancy. It was it was just that was the best game all night, I think, even though it felt so one-sided.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And it was definitely nice to see a change of pace into game number 2 there. I was a little worried that it was just going to be, a stomp for Maryland, but not entirely.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well,
any final well, I guess we've already done our final thoughts. The last thing we really need to talk about is we have a sponsor this year, right? We have something a little bit new.
actually, there is something I want to talk about, Ricky.
Oh, tell me.
Tonight and every night, we watch people putting themselves on the line, trying to do something, and we're broadcasting it live to you. And we appreciate all the players that participate in the CSL, especially the ones that offer to have their matches cast live. But there's someone special I want to shout out tonight, and that is my friend R Cryptic, who throughout every single week, pretty much every single day, is constantly streaming on his Twitch channel, twitch.tv/rcryptic.
Wow.
Pushing 8+ hour days casting Dota, the game he loves, bringing entertainment to his fans. So Ricky, I want to give a special shout out to you because I see you working hard, and I want you to know that I love seeing you working hard, and I appreciate all the hard work you put in.
Thanks, man. I really do appreciate that. Feels real nice. I will say it's nothing like casting with you. It's one of my favorite things to do.
He has to say that I paid him.
I'm technically contractually obligated to say I like this guy. No,
yes, it's part of being one of my patrons.
But yeah, it's a pleasure. It's always such a more fun experience being able to cast with you, and it shows. I think the quality of the coverage is so much more fun, so much more dynamic. And shout out to University of Maryland College Park for taking tonight's series 2-1. They came back after what was like a pretty rough loss in game 2, but fun Dota, good Dota to watch overall.
Talented, skilled Dota. Yeah. Tell us about the sponsor, Ricky.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. We have a little bit of some sponsors. So let me switch on over. Y'all can see what I'm talking about here. So this year, CSL has a new sponsor, which is GameStop. That's our primary sponsor. So we just want to say thanks to GameStop, obviously, for partnering with CSL this year. You can visit GameStop.com/esports for details on their performance centers and different gaming clinics. One thing that's really fun, if you are really interested in the CSL community, which I know Carlo and myself, we've been entrenched in it for years.
Yeah,
it's a pretty cool community. We started something new with them called the GameStop Weeklies, and so these are like community-oriented tournaments that happen all the way through March, and they're just going to be on a variety of games. You can see on the screen there which games are happening which week, but those are things including like League of Legends, CSGO, Overwatch, Madden, Rocket League, Hearthstone, Smash, a whole bunch of stuff. So if you guys like those games and want to take a break from Dota, feel free to check them out. I know we have our patch coming out soon, so
yes,
we're all going to be glued back to Dota here in a few months, in about a week. But hopefully. hopefully. Anything else that we need to talk about? I don't think so. I think we got it.
I think that's it. I think it's time to catch some Z's, Ricky.
All right. From all of us here at Collegiate Star League, thank you all for watching. Have a beautiful night. We will see you next week.
Good night, all. Thanks for tuning in.
Keep it down.